This is like Big Bros looking
we're
out.
more Destiny's Child than TLC though.
Oh yeah, I did say
Who
that.
would be Michelle? In your opinion?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, you're the newcomer, so I would have to say you.
See, it's the same answer every time. We should stop asking that question.
Yeah, we'll stop asking that shit.
Like the third time, and the third time he's gotten that answer, bro.
Yeah,
My
I
ego's not getting any higher from this question.
Bro.
No, but it's dope, man. We got the VBC here. These fellas been doing their shit, as y'all know. I don't need to tell y'all that. The pod's been going great, man. How y'all feeling, bro? Y'all seem like y'all getting some more engagement, some more traction. Y'all bringing guests now.
Yeah, we got to get the umbrella stimulus pack. So we just been running that, but the channel just got demonetized, so we just been figuring that out too.
Damn, was it because of the content, like the
Trey
language?
posted some bullshit.
It was something.
And now
I don't
we all
know.
screwed.
We're still figuring it out. Hopefully, Jack can.
Jack got to pull them strings,
help make it happen. But yeah, we're here.
Jack got to pull them strings for sure. So
you were
yeah,
saying you were saying earlier you felt like unloved here, like you weren't getting like the real FMW stimulus being on Fair to Say.
Well, so I mean, I'm just confused why this episode has no switcher, has no, you know what I'm saying, other camera angles. I was expecting Six to be sitting over there, press 4, camera 4, get your, solo shot. I like that last episode.
Yeah.
That was just what I was ready for. I was, coming off the Keem episode, he was a little... He was complaining a little bit about the temperature. Yeah. I want to say it's pretty cool in here. It's not that hot. Okay. It's not too hot. I'm not sweating yet.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think we will. I think it's a mild day. I think you just caught him on a hot day.
Oh, okay.
You got to make sure.
I know my guys don't be feeling loved over here, but I had to make sure I came through for the boys because VBC Out of Focus, we eat over here, man. So I came with a good gushers.
Since when?
Y'all.
So Six said y'all got him fucked up.
Gushers
Y'all
my
snacks on deck
over here, man. Eat that, smoke that smoke.
Snack that snack.
We got good Imperial here. What y'all niggas want to do? Cause I done had it with a nigga saying. I ain't never brought any waters.
Oh my
These
goodness.
waters is light, nigga. Yeah. These waters is light. Fuck with them if you want to. Some cups if you don't want to drink out of the water bottle. Shit, you don't want to roll up your weed, it's cool. Go ahead, we got the pre-rolls here, man. Shout out Imperial, bitch. It's fair to say.
Oh, so he's showing his ass today. So now you talent today. Six, let's get this straight. Six is talent. He on air talent today. He's not behind the scenes, as Trevor was saying. I would thought we would have had some type of switcher today too with all the cameramen.
Yeah, like, nigga,
nah, this ain't switcher Six, nigga.
These fruity ass snacks don't make up for me not getting my own angle.
For sure.
Yeah. That's his way of saying no angle today on this episode.
Yeah, nigga.
But so Six, this was how did you come across these snacks? Did you get them specifically for Fair to Say, or was there something else? Ulterior motives with these?
I think the intention was for them to be eaten, and I assume that's what will happen.
I feel like you're kind of calling us childish by giving us.
Are you eating the snack right now?
I ate it.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, eat the snack. What are you talking about?
You just gave me the whole You gave me the third grader stimulus pack right here, minus the sponsored weed and shit.
You can't tell me. The quality of snack as you're enjoying the snack.
I'm a sucker for some gushers. I'm gonna be real.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Gushers are my favorite.
I just recently had to stop because they were like fucking my stomach up. I get a box of 6 and they're gone in like 10, 15 minutes.
I get the big share.
It's stuck in my teeth too much.
Yeah, how are you whooping down 6 gushers?
Bro, and that's the problem. And then it not up in your stomach. So like going to the bathroom after a couple boxes, I had to stop. I had to slowly stop, and I realized that artificial sugar and that gummy shit is what was giving me my stomach aches. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I had to get away, but I ain't gonna lie. That shit looks so tempting right now. What flavors is? No, I ain't had them.
The tropical ones. I ain't
had them in like 6 months.
So were you having chronic stomach aches?
Chronic every morning. But see, I think it's also too with me heavy smoking. As a smoker, you smoke more than you eat, so it's like that kind of fucks with your stomach a lot too. So I was blaming it on that. I was like, man, I'm just smoking too much. But then I realized it's the munchies at nighttime and this type of gummy shit that would like. Not up in my stomach.
You're just sleeping on it?
Yeah, just sleeping on it.
The knots. Gushers is crazy.
So when I wake up, bro, it was hella stomach pains. Out to the point where I had to go to the hospital one time, and get whole scan because I'm like, something's wrong.
Because of gushers.
They didn't tell me it was gushers, but I had to start putting 2 and 2 together. Like,
what did the hospital tell you?
Pretty much I was just either constipated or just having irritable bowels. But it was so excruciating pain, bro. Like I hadn't cried as a man in years, and that shit made me cry.
So you don't have IBS?
No, I don't think so. I think once I changed my diet, I stopped so much dairy and I stopped all the artificial sugar, especially late at night, and I don't wake up with stomach aches no more.
Interesting.
100%. I'm not even lying to you. That's exactly what it was. It was the artificial sugar sitting on your stomach. Because normally late at night, you're not shitting past 10 o'clock unless you're going to be up really late.
Oh, I'm shitting.
So
I'm like, nigga,
I'm regular.
Speak for yourself.
But not when you got all that shit in you. I couldn't do it no more.
Do you feel like you're out of shape?
Cardio wise.
Well, cause this is the basketball team reunion, right? I was like, for the audience, they don't know, but these guys are on a hoop team together, right?
Yeah, we did it. We tried it.
We were on a
There
hoop
was,
team together.
you know.
I think it was a little.
Cause look, I'm gonna be real. We talk a lot about you on the pod. Steph,
I've seen a couple clips.
This is great. This is great that we're here. We can all talk about it right now.
I've seen a couple clips. That's why I'm excited. I got everybody here together.
All right, so what was it? Was it too many gushers that game, or was it? You know what I'm saying? What happened?
So I only left one game early and couldn't finish as we were actually playing.
How early?
At halftime. So what it was is
This is at halftime. It's crazy.
obviously I smoke a lot. So my cardio is bad. Like I feel like physically I'm thin, and how I eat I would be deemed in shape, but breathing I'm not. So running up and down the court and playing with all your energy and sweating and all that, it like made me like
Throw up?
well, yeah, it makes you throw up, makes you nauseous, and I couldn't finish. So one game I left. The rest of the games I played the whole game.
You didn't show up to game one.
No, I was there. I just didn't play. I wasn't ready. So I was, before we even started the season, game one, I'm like, bro, I'm not ready yet. I'm not finna embarrass y'all.
Like, what do you mean we're ready though?
He threw up during practice too.
Because I had started. Because I had started as I smoked the blunt. No, because when the idea came up, we had like 2 weeks to kind of prepare. So I started jogging in my neighborhood, and I was trying to get my cardio back. And I knew when game one started, I wasn't ready yet. So I'm like, I'm not gonna play game one. I was there in spirit with the homies. Damn. Long story long, I played the rest of the season, other 7 or 8 games, and I only left one game early. I played the rest of the games a lot, but because I haven't played for so long and I was out of shape, I just didn't feel like I was. And low key, and to your point, like what you said on the pod about just.
He got notes. He watched it.
I know. I saw it.
No, what he said.
When I seen Kelvin sit on the couch when I came, I said, "Oh,
yeah, let's go. Let's get to the bottom of it."
No, but it's fair for him to say that. You know what I mean? Like we hadn't had a lot of interaction, and at that time when we had interaction, you get me in a competitive mode. My attitude wasn't the best. So even in a team setting, unfortunately, we didn't feel as a team. We didn't practice. We just showed up to the game, so nobody really knew each other. And then when we out there balling, you want it to go a certain way and it don't go your way. So I was kind of in my feelings, and I had a bad attitude about it.
Okay.
About just the sport, playing the game, because also too I felt like I wasn't playing up to par, and I couldn't talk shit the way I wanted to talk shit because I wasn't contributing. So it kind of put me in a bad spot. It made me look a little ugly. So he was right by saying that. But we didn't get enough chance to really interact. So you get that as your first introduction to me. I can see why nigga be like, damn, this nigga stead full of shit.
That shit is frustrating because did you hoop as a younger?
That's all I did.
Yeah, right. So when you hit that double back and, you're not that good,
you're extra high. It sounds like he's not bad at basketball, but it's just like
I couldn't get the ball in the basket.
It's like but I feel like we were all like that. It was like honestly, I was rusty. Like,
and then I'm trying to help coach too because I'm looking like, oh, we can set some screens, we can do this. Like, let's try to get the ball moving. Niggas like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. We ain't trying to hear that
I
shit.
None of that at all.
Especially because like I said, I wasn't
young and spry.
I wasn't putting the ball in the basket the way I felt like I should have. And then I also felt like I wasn't even like top 5 on the team, and that was a blow to me from somebody who used to be
like 7 niggas on the team.
I was gonna say, how many people were on the team?
No, but honestly, like I'd have put Kelvin in front of me. I'd have probably put Bale in front of me. I'd have put PJ maybe Alert.
I feel like, but I was like,
you noticed? Didn't say 6.
I say like Alert, Hove,
Hove could shoot.
But I was like, I feel like you're in that top 5. I think it'd be like me, Alert, Hove, PJ, you.
Yeah, probably.
Bale.
So you guys had the full. That was kind of like the umbrella team right there.
Yeah, it was a dope.
You
I
guys
think it was
had
a dope way
decent
for us.
amount of
Even
people.
though it was once a week, it was a dope way for us to kind of like bond. We had the whole FMW jerseys and shit.
Honestly, if we were practicing, I feel like we
You
would have
kept
been
your
kind
jersey?
of nice.
Of course, I kept my jersey
You hung it up somewhere?
in the rafters in case I got to pull it out. You know, I like to do that.
That shit did not mean to go up there. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, would your jersey? Would your jersey go up there? Because 6 contributed a total of.
I was the most.
That nigga's
I was the
jersey
most improved
was
player. What are
dry
we
as
talking
hell.
about?
This whole
No, I ain't gonna lie. 6 got. I know he said this on y'all pod, but 6 got his first 2 points and only 2 points with 2 seconds left to go in the final game.
Most
in
improved.
the whole I was like,
That's really most improved.
this nigga shot.
That is a dramatic improvement.
Yeah.
He shot like 1 for 5 that game, and he was only in the game.
And I showed up late
In the
to that game.
15 seconds.
Yeah, that's really some most improved.
I think I
shit.
could
He
have
had
done a
one
little
foul,
better. I'm gonna
one
be real.
turnover.
Nah, I
and-
ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't-
You think you would, bro?
I think I could score.
Honestly, you guys are like that'd be an interesting one-on-one game. Like you guys, are very like
It'd be a long ass one-on-one game.
Yeah, you got to play the
you
three.
guys are
like
right
three.
in that same kind of basket as far as skill level.
So there's no footage of these games or anything? There's no
There
content
was.
around
There
it?
I know
was.
Ben was shooting a little bit, and I think
He
Jack
gave up.
Shot on his phone a little bit.
Yeah.
Jack
I
was
know I
filming.
got a highlight or two somewhere floating around, but there's definitely a handful of lowlights too that I know.
That's probably why that footage didn't come out, y'all. If y'all wonder why the FMW basketball team wasn't
just locked
vlogged,
away somewhere in a dungeon.
I think there's footage of my game something shot.
your game winning, or it wasn't a game winning shot.
No, that
It was
was
a
just
game
a shot.
It was a shot within
That
the
was-
game.
Yeah, that was just a field goal.
Are
A
we
garbage
gonna-
time field goal.
Are you guys gonna double back and do tryouts again, or
Fuck
what?
no.
It's like
I would love to do it again. I think the
I'm definitely
camaraderie,
down
I
with
think the having something to do every week, especially for somebody who doesn't really do a lot of activities, just being an artist, creative, like I don't get out much. So like for me to get out the house and have some homies to talk shit to,
Yeah, I was like, it was
ain't
just
going.
nice to compete with homies. You know what I mean?
and it felt competitive,
Playing
but not
basketball.
overly competitive.
Yeah, it was like the people you're going against. It's like they're out there competing too, but it wasn't like some like
D1 tryout
Yeah,
shit.
like I hate it. Like it'll be like that in 24. It's like niggas get to arguing, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like I'm
Ain't that
honestly just out
serious.
here. Like I just enjoy hooping. It's like
Yeah.
people ready to fight over like 24 games. And
Yeah, that was me. I was talking
Yeah.
shit.
all right.
to
What
niggas.
was more competitive? Was it the 5v5s or the FMW cipher?
Ooh.
Because we also talked about that. That's
Well,
why we got to
the
talk about it all, right?
The 5v5 was the basketball was way more tougher for me than that. It was easier for me to come out of my music retirement than my basketball retirement for sure.
Pro with the fits, yeah.
You got a couple jerseys in the rafters, huh?
Yeah, you know, I do a few things.
You know,
whether retirement is worthy, they're retired, and sometimes I got to pull them out.
I went back and listened to it the other day, and I was just like, you know what?
What the
Why?
cipher?
Yeah, the cipher.
Because when you take
Slaps it
because when you
once a
take
week.
no, because when you take all the trolling out of it at the time
Yeah.
when it was going on, people have a different outlook on my verse. I promise.
I kind of felt that way, right? I was like, you know what?
Well, you were the one who started. You were the one who took the Reddit narrative and blew it up to the whole world.
I don't
What
think
was
it
the
was a
Reddit-
Reddit
what was the
narrative. I
Reddit
think it was
narrative?
just
No, the 2030,
think
the
it-
old flow you got from Reddit.
no.
I think everyone equally
that was
agreed it was
me
an
as a
outdated
fan,
flow.
as a hip hop fan. I could hear. I just heard it, you know. And I think the delivery, the cadence was actually it was impressive compared to your competitors. Like going back and listening to it, I just thought it was too long. It was too
Yeah.
long. It should have just been
How long
shortened
was
up
your
a little
verse?
bit.
Like a minute 58.
God
I took the
damn.
whole beat. I think I did like 40 bars or like 48 bars. But AD rapped longer than me. But I think AD's was more
More
ear
topical, yeah.
appealing because he was talking about everything that everybody wanted to hear.
Right.
So, but yeah, mine was a little long. I mean, I wasn't mad about anybody's opinion, to be honest. I'm just like, I wanted it to be an honest critique instead of like a joking critique. And that was only my big thing.
I mean, did you expect the people not to joke though? Like,
No, I did, but because they used the image of what I was looked at that time as like the catalyst to how you judge my verse. Like my verse, I don't think I had a fair judgment because everybody waited for my verse in anticipation. Like, that think he the shit. Well, let's see what he can do.
you was talking like it was the shit.
I know,
you,
but-
you the reason that you didn't get the fair shake on that shit.
No, I did get a fair shake.
You
'cause
talked on the news like,
No.
y'all niggas don't want my verse. Y'all niggas don't want my
and it was
verse.
fire. But when the verse first dropped, it was nothing but fire emojis. Like, damn, Stat killed it. But when all the jokes started coming,
Nothing
the
but fire
narrative-
emojis?
Majority.
Okay.
Majority.
Well, okay, so look, without diving too far into it, when you went back and listened, what was your thought? Was just it was just long.
Yeah, it was just long, and I would have taken some bars out and rearranged some stuff. On some like.
Trevor rap before
on
too.
some
no?
DJ Khaled executive
Yeah,
producing.
yeah, I would've
too.
Oh, you would have
Definitely,
rewrote my bars.
No, not
Nah, he's
rewrote
saying,
them.
I would have
just
took the
replaced
last
them.
four and put it in the
I
second.
would have trimmed the fat, made it solid,
I
whatever,
got you.
and then
like a solid, shorter verse
exactly.
without
I would
the
take
extra.
I wouldn't say I'd cut the verse short. I would just take some parts, maybe from the last part, maybe from the first part, and create
Make a cool
concise,
16.
Fair to say.
Yeah, you know.
Fair to say.
But I mean, I wanted to get your opinion on like giving rappers critiques on ciphers.
Yeah, let's run into this hot topics real quick. The first one is the Thizzler freestyle was aired on Sunday. There was a lot of artists from the West Coast, a lot of artists from the Bay and surrounding areas that definitely let the record reflect on what they had going on. Who do y'all think were some of the best and some of the worst?
Well, we had the whole umbrella reacting to it too.
Literally.
So that was that
Thizzler
was the thing.
sponsored.
That was crazy to see. I'm going
Yeah.
on my YouTube
Yeah, click from
subscription
each
feed.
one.
Everybody's on. Shout out Thizzler though, that's fire.
No, I love it. I
I
love
didn't
it.
listen to it. Who?
I didn't either, bro.
They had
That's
a bunch of artists: Zoe, Sama, D-Lo, Rowdy Rax, AZ Chike, a bunch of names I'm going to be missing. Lil Booga, Lou Desi, Lefty Gunplay, and you know, people just had various reactions about other people's freestyles.
I want to start off by saying I love the NorCal SoCal collaboration.
For sure,
I like seeing that. I feel like that really is what is necessary for California, and I love to see Thizzler doing it. I feel like not a lot of LA platforms are help bridging that gap in a sense. I mean, FIGGMUNITY
right.
Do you feel like
helps,
Thizzler right now is taking that role as like the West Coast version of XXL, where like they love us a little bit more?
I feel like they've always been doing the cypher stuff. I wouldn't say they're taking the XXL stuff. I just think they're a music platform, not really a content-based platform.
We're more content-based.
So if I'm them, I'm
That's their
thinking,
focus.
yeah, I'm thinking if I'm gonna do some YouTube content that's not music videos or whatever, I'm gonna do a cypher or some sort of freestyle. Because I mean, looking at if I'm them, I'm seeing how ours did.
Man.
yeah, they
And
put us
that
up
one
there.
did like 100,000 views, which
Yeah.
is pretty good if you ask me.
Thizzler posted the cipher as well, the FMW one.
Yeah, for not to be looked at like a bunch of musical artists over here, I did get some good.
I think it's
traction.
just something fun about watching just watching freestyles,
Yeah.
you know? But when you're watching some shitty freestyles,
Should on the contrary, should the next one we do, or should ciphers really be like the old school cipher where you're not on a track or rapping to a track, or you have a mic actually in front of you? Like there's different types. So like there's one ciphers when people will rap and they might have a clip on mic, but they're rapping live to the beat. And then they got the ones when you're rapping in front of the mic where it could be live, but then you also got the one like we did where we recorded the track and rapped to it like a video style. Is there a certain type of cipher that is probably better for critiquing?
I mean,
is it not respected as much of a cipher if you do it a certain way?
I think if you're gonna spit, if you're spitting the track live, that's always gonna garner the most respect.
That's what I think we should have did. I think
You
that's
know?
where we dropped the ball. That's kind of why I asked.
And I think Thizzler runs like that, where I've interviewed a couple artists that have been on the cyphers previous years, and they said like they made them spit it all in one take, no matter how long it took. And sometimes it would take 10, 15, 20 tries type of thing.
Right.
To get one good take.
To get one full take. To spit. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess a good one.
These are artists that are used to like punching in and shit like that.
Yeah. So if you don't cut the
getting them
camera
to do a
angle, then
whole-
yeah, it has to be one take.
They're
Right.
just shooting with one camera. What's the?
Did they have cuts?
Well, they had multiple cameras. That's what I'm saying. I as
So
an
then it
editor,
wasn't
I was
one
like,
take.
you could edit it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't one
that
take. If
seems
they had
good.
cut multiple camera angles, Thizzler.
No.
Well, no, he's saying
It was.
they have multiple cameras, but they would still.
It was still one
make
take.
sure
They
they
still-
were.
yeah.
That's
So
what
if you
I'm
do one
saying,
take, even though I'm taking different angles of the shit, I still want like consistency as far as the audio goes. So having them do like one full take.
Well, even
But
so,
you could use the same audio
Yeah,
track
I was
and
like-
then just apply the different videos.
but really though, it's like if you're gonna use multi cams and different takes, they're still not gonna line up
they would have to be
all the
doing
way.
the same
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? Yeah, like
Gotcha.
this is
To
action
sell
for
it.
action. Like
Yeah.
really,
because you edited the cipher.
I did.
Who's who's
I have yet to see Stets re-edit. What happened with
You know,
that?
I completely forgot about that. And then I was like, every time I came over here, I saw a hard drive sitting and I was seeing.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's the hard
No, I
drive right
took it
there,
home. I
actually.
took
he
it
took
home.
it back because it
Oh,
was sitting in
is
the
that
window,
it?
wasn't
Okay.
it? And I was like, is that the one? And I never knew who to ask, and I forgot. So what I wanted to do, it wasn't like, okay, I guess it
'Cause
was
break
kinda,
it down for
kinda
people
was,
at
it
home
kind of
right
was a
now.
little competition.
He was in my
you said-
DMs
yeah.
talking crazy, saying he could edit the
Hey,
video
look, this ain't
better.
the table for that. This is the fair to say. No, I'm just bullshitting.
You did say something along the lines of
No, it was like the competition shit. Like if he
Basic
wanted
edits?
to critique me as an artist, it was my way of just being sensitive and critiquing him as an artist back and like, okay, well shit, if you think my cipher was this, well I think your edit was this and I can do it like this. But I never just
that's the old step though.
Well, I wanted to do it mainly because
No, I
I wanted
liked it. I wanted to see. I was waiting.
Well, I wanted to get my YouTube kind of going. And I figured like that'd be a good way for me to put a first piece of content, but edited by me is like an alternative cut. Only because
Director's cut.
yeah,
gonna
well
cut everybody else
not
besides him.
alternate directors.
It's just all him.
It's all
yeah, just me.
He writes a 64.
A whole new verse. A whole new verse for this.
Yeah, no, but only because too, like I hadn't edited myself in a while, and nothing to you, but as an artist, you know what your best shots would be. So some of the shots you got of me wouldn't have been ones I would have picked of that cut. I kept putting my glasses up.
Did you like the shot of 6 like rooting you on?
Like just hit the mean ugly face he was rapping. Yeah.
And 6 tried to lie and say that he didn't make that face when I was rapping. He tried
I
to say,
fucking didn't.
I got the behind the scenes video. You did.
Grab.
My girl was
grab
filming
the
behind
hard
the scenes
drive.
footage.
He's hella mad that he was fucking with his verse.
Hell yeah. Why do I like this
That
shit?
he got caught fucking with his verse.
Hey, if he were to re-edit, that shit probably would have been in there a couple more times.
Oh, my mama. No, because all bullshit aside, bro, that shit was lit. After my verse was over, everybody was hyped. So we didn't get to really see that, but.
Everybody.
All right, so going back to the Thizzler stuff, have you guys consumed the freestyles?
I consumed it. I think like we said with the FMW one, how you did, I'll probably watch it again just to see who I fucked with a little bit more. But some light shit I fucked with. I think Roddy Racks had a dope cypher verse. Zoe Sama, AZ Chike, Lil Booga, Lou Desi, D-Lo.
Are these all people you knew before Thizzler? Like you heard them?
I was familiar. I mean, obviously Chike, all the
I know the
people
big names, those some of the ones you named like that, but like
Lil
all the
Booga
other ones
for sure, Lou Desi. Yeah, I'm familiar with a lot of West
in.
Coast artists, so it's just dope to see them all on the same stage together. Cause like I mean, like a Lil Booga and a Lefty Gunplay, you're not gonna see these niggas on the same stage.
Right.
So it's dope to see these people mesh.
Did the beat switch, or was it all the same beat for everybody?
There was like 4 different videos or 5 different videos with different beats.
So each group of rappers had a different beat to rap on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. The clips, I watched some of the lives of everybody reviewing it, and I was watching it then. I didn't really watch the videos individually, and I wasn't impressed. And again, I might get laughed at for that because, like, you a rapper, you suck, they better than you. But I just wasn't impressed, even with the cadence and the delivery. And I don't know, is that a West Coast thing? Because everybody had, like, I mean, I know they're from the West Coast, but everybody had a sound that sounded very the same. It sounded like a lot of people really weren't on beat. It sounded like a lot of people really had like the same content. There was a few, again, I don't want to send any disrespect. There was a few that had some more content-based raps, but a lot of the content was the same.
I mean, when we say content, it's kind of just like
Substance.
What do you want niggas to rap about? You want me to tell you how my day was? You want me to give like a heartfelt story about my life? Like sometimes a nigga just want to rap about some shit he wish he had. A bunch of money, some fly cars, and some bitches.
On a regular song, but on a cypher where you're trying to like, I think impress, I think you should want to show a little bit more. And that's just me as an artist.
That's impressing at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I'm trying to be the flyest nigga out here.
Niggas was reusing verses and lines.
I think
who you think was reusing?
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Well, I agree. I feel like a lot of it did kind of sound similar.
Right.
But I feel like that's not disrespectful to say. Like that's what I'm trying to understand on like what are the guidelines on reacting to ciphers, you know what I'm saying? Especially being West Coast platforms, I feel like there might have been a little bit bias on these reaction pages. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, for sure. I saw.
So I'm just like, as an artist, you want to be sensitive, or you want to be sensitive as a reviewer to the artist, right?
Do we
but
have
not
to be?
shit on it?
But you're supposed to be
also
critiqued.
too, it's like, what the fuck? We're not supposed to like all these fucking freestyles.
Exactly.
Right. Some of them weren't really that strong if we're keeping it 100.
Everybody says artists are sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to feel like theirs is the best. So when you critique it and you don't critique somebody else, they're going to feel like, damn.
But at the end of the day, like, with that, if you step into this realm and you say, okay, I want to be an artist, I want to be rich, I want to be famous. Well, with fame comes criticism.
Right.
So if I heard your shit and I don't think it's good and I say your shit's not good and you mad, nigga, be mad at the end of the day. But go be better.
But it depends on how you critique it too, though, right? Like,
For
you
sure,
come across
like,
as...
if it's just straight hating, but in general, like being an artist or being any type of like creator where your work is publicized, you know what I mean? It's like you can't get mad at it being critiqued or people having opinions on it. That's
right.
The whole point of putting it out there to the world, you know what I mean?
But like he's saying, is there a guideline to how you critique? Is there going too far? Is jokes
like,
along with it? Are you going to say somebody's just straight trash?
I feel like there's no written rules, but I feel like there's like a level of respect that people
right.
Like,
the words you use,
you know what I mean? It's
critique
like,
somebody.
You probably don't expect people to just come out and just like straight hate on it, like
that was the worst shit. Turn your shit off.
You know what I mean?
If you call it outdated from 2013, that's out the.
I mean,
that's the golden era.
You said
out of line?
No, I don't think so.
We laid into that though, because you said, okay, he got up there and rapped. It was a long rap. It was outdated. There was things about it where it just wasn't like, you outdated, you weak, nigga. Like, I'll say I didn't enjoy Lefty Gunplay's Thizzler Cypher.
And so I feel like a lot of people are agreeing with that take, right? Where it's like, if you're looking at the comments on Lefty Gunplay's freestyle, it's getting a lot of garbage emojis.
Right.
This is not it.
But
Negative comments like that.
Right.
I don't think that's really criticism. I think that's just like
that's just you came to
I don't know.
Well,
Actually,
you think because it's so many people say the same thing, it becomes not criticism, it becomes truth? Is that what?
I mean, I think criticism is constructive in a sense. I don't know.
There's a lot of
putting
bandwagon people who jump onto criticism because that's the hot thing to do.
Or really just like putting a garbage emoji, like commenting a garbage emoji. Like I'm trying to think if that's
You want context
criticism.
on why you think
is it
it's...
criticism or is
That's
hate
hate.
or
That's
it's
just-
still an opinion though?
That's just an opinion.
It's
I
just
feel
an
like
opinion.
I feel like
Yeah.
criticism comes with context. So it's like criticism is like it's trash because you know what I mean. But like when you just put the trash emoji, or it's like I just didn't like it because it was garbage, or I didn't like it because
for me,
I
like,
feel like that's when
But you
it's
took
just
your
like,
time to type a trash
an
emoji,
opinion.
and like that to me means you're low key hating because you didn't have to type. Why do you have to type your opinion?
'Cause
Obviously,
niggas-
you're gonna get more negative than positive on all these ciphers.
But once again, that's what you signed up for. You signed up to get in front of this camera and rap. It's a part of what you do. It's a part of your job. Niggas are gonna have an opinion. You can't fault a nigga for having an opinion or tell a nigga he can't have an opinion no more.
No.
But I'll say with that, I enjoy some Lefty Gunplay songs. He has some songs that are in my fucking rotation. But I was excited to see Lefty Gunplay rap on the cypher. I thought it was a dope look for him, and I didn't enjoy the nigga freestyle.
I'm trying to understand.
I think that's a fair criticism because you took everything as a whole.
I took his music.
You didn't
into
just
account.
criticize. You might just didn't like this verse, but people take it too far where they criticize
Yeah,
them
I'm
as
not
an
gonna call the
artist,
nigga
and I think
trash.
that's the difference
That's-
to like
yeah.
the
It
context.
gets more personal.
Yeah, when you start dissing me as a complete artist instead of just this last piece I made. Like,
Right.
I'm not trash if this piece didn't look good,
Exactly.
but the rest of my shit is good. Like,
Right.
give some type of grace, I think.
For
And I think
sure.
artists get offended because it's like, damn, you're just gonna shit on me completely. And then if you have a big voice in this media space, people take heed to that and run with it.
Right.
Like, if a big name person is saying this cipher is trash, a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, I agree.
But we also live in a clip farming culture right now, to where like, if I really wanted to get a cold clip off, call it trash and slander it for 2 minutes straight.
That's what I'm saying.
Or just do hella tricks on it.
Or really, yeah. You do the opposite
Yeah,
of what
that's
the general public is. That's gonna get the
The
conversation
contrarian
going.
is always the one that's gonna garnish the most
gotta
attention.
do one or
But
the other.
I'm-
There's no in
But so
between,
critiquing could be like how Dijon Paul does, right? So fair to say, like, people may not like him as his personality, but the way he critiques music is a great way to critique music because it covers every single category: creativity, beats, cadence. You know what I'm saying? It touches everything. That's a fair critique. If you're not gonna critique me on in everything,
But
then I don't
still
think
there's-
you're a
But
fair critique.
you
It's
got
not a fair
niggas dissing
shake,
Dejan
right?
Paul on that shit too,
But it's
though.
like, I
But
think-
that's a real way to critique an artist.
Yeah, I
think
love it.
the
Yeah, for sure.
criteria in which he's choosing the critique is good, but then also he
His
has a lot of
context sucks.
biases in his critique that kind of make it invalid at times. You know what I
Like you
mean?
said, your point of context. Like he has a good system, but the way he delivers it,
Right.
and the way he talks about the artist with the system makes
like-
him.
I
Yeah.
think also too, it's like if you've never
Look
really
like a hater.
tried to create that, it's not. You're gonna kind of always have like a superficial level of critique in a sense.
Are you saying more so like it's harder to comment on a game you've never played in? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, we
that's-
all do that though.
But there's more people that haven't played in the game in every game than people that have played in the game.
Right, exactly.
So the level of critique is you're never gonna get all the people who critique NBA players has only been 1,000 or whatever for the whole history of the NBA. Like everybody who critiques, they're not gonna be in the NBA. Everybody who critiques rappers are not rapping.
I think everyone can critique. It's more of the credibility of the person critiquing, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, for example, Dijon Paul. I don't think he has any background
In music.
in rap, but I don't think it takes. I don't think it necessarily like takes away or makes his opinion invalid. I just think it'd be another like layer of it if he was.
If he had, like,
or
if he was
at
like
least
Joe Budden.
tried.
If he was like Joe Budden with
Not
a
even
list.
he didn't even need to be
But-
successful. He don't even need to be successful. He could just at least to have some sort of understanding of this creative process.
and what it takes to get into this shit.
Just
But I also,
to- just
also
to make
Also, you have
one
to think
song.
about it. You have to think about it from the other perspective. Does he not have the right to critique because he's a consumer?
right, exactly. With being a consumer, you're definitely learning a part of the game, and he definitely sits in the studio with some niggas.
those are the ones you
and
respect,
grades
though,
them live.
though.
So
Well,
he does-
yeah. At the
he
same
does
time,
put
But
in
it's
the
like
extra
as a
effort.
consumer, it's like these artists. Granted, they're the ones creating the art, but like their mouths get fed based off of the consumer. So it's like the consumer's opinion also does matter in a sense because it's like.
Especially from somebody who consumes it at a high rate. If you're like a real hip hop connoisseur, even though you haven't done it, but you can tell they're divulged in the culture and like know their history. But like, okay, I can maybe respect it coming from this person because he didn't rap, but he knows from the 80s. He knows every album. He knows,
there's different levels of consumer, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
For sure.
All in all, niggas gonna criticize how they criticize, but somebody who is under fire for their criticism right now is Gilbert Arenas.
Ooh, 6 running the show. Let's go.
Hold on. I was still trying to talk about
like
this.
nigga.
I like it.
Damn.
Somebody who's under fire right now for criticism is Gilbert Arenas. He was talking about the USA game versus South Sudan, and he was mocking the South Sudan team, saying shit like the Ahi tribe was about to beat us.
Damn.
They only got shoes because we sent them shoes. These niggas was playing in peach baskets. Ain't no way we almost got beat by Cool Runnings. Joel Embiid trying to give his cousins the win and shit like that.
Damn, wait, he said all that?
He was cooking. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, Gilbert's known for the controversy.
I was gonna say, is that funny? Should we be against that, Trev? What you think?
He tweeted it. He's on the Instagram story.
It's a whole video.
He's on the post-game
live
interview, or how's
like
this?
that.
It's on his pod. So there's like a quick little clip from his pod.
Oh, and he was just blatantly just saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. What am I gonna say to that? I was like,
I think that's why
upstairs you were like, yeah, he got a point there.
You like, I'm fucking with that.
I did not say that.
Go Gil, get them niggas.
I mean, shit. If he's not scared, if he's saying it with his chest, what the fuck are we talking about?
But think about it. I think that's why he tried to throw it towards you first, low key. But because it is an African team. And they have been outspoken on saying that there is no indoor gyms in their country, and that
like actually, or that was just like a running joke.
I believe. I hope I'm not speaking out of context,
because then you're gonna be just like Gil.
But look, I think they said that is accurate though, that they didn't have them and that's what they were aspiring to get. I think I heard one of the courtside commentators say it during the game when they were showing Luol Deng on the sideline,
because he's the coach, yeah,
and that they're trying to get more. So he's saying that it's like, is it like he's coming from a black man, but is it like racist that you're pretty much calling them like a tribe and that they're barefoot?
But let's be honest, like I feel like it's only fucked up because he has a platform. Because it's like, to be real, like these are all jokes.
These are jokes we getting off. Like
that is a fair to say point.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm thinking if he's frustrated, he's out there playing outside.
Well, he's like, there's no way
it?
this tribe type basketball team should beat us. But there's real athletes. There's NBA athletes on the team.
And Luol Deng was a NBA vet. Like,
yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. But honestly, at the same time, it's like, maybe that's why it was so close. It's like, these niggas are used to playing in all sorts of crazy conditions. It's like, you get inside, it's like, damn, like, I could actually
be able to
get my shit off
this
now.
This is also the national team. Like, this ain't like these niggas is playing together all day. Wayne Gabriel is definitely a Laker. He's not playing in an outside
but in general,
gym.
sometimes, like, those teams still play together a little more than, like, the US. Like, the USA team gets assembled. Like Jason Tatum and all of them, they're pretty much late to their practices because they were still playing in the championship and all that other shit. You know what I mean? So it's like some of these national teams, it's like they still play together for the most part throughout the season sometimes, or they get assembled a little earlier before the Olympics, so they kind of get that time together. But
with us not losing so much, but being so close with these wins, is the USA team, or I'd say even on a larger scale, is the NBA better than FIBA? FIBA.
What's FIBA's the
international
basketball version of FIFA.
Oh,
organization.
Yeah, I would think so. Who else? Who watches other nations?
Not as far as numbers. I'm saying
no one watches that
skill.
shit.
Skill wise, you could definitely tell the
Made in America, baby,
is like the gap is getting bridged. You know what I mean? It's like,
but like,
there's way more overseas and European players in the NBA now, and it just shows. It's
to his point, like he said, that the NBA team, they just got assembled. You know, you're coming with a lot of different. You got the best in the nation, pretty much the best in the world, all on one team. So you got egos. You got to figure out who gonna hold the ball, who gonna score, who gonna do what. It's gonna take a little bit more time, and they're winning every game. You can see where the dominance lies once they have to turn up. But I'm anxious to see how they're gonna do.
I'm not putting it past other countries anymore. Like, other countries, they've been playing together, and it's like now all of them like the Canadian team, like their whole starting five was all NBA players. You know what I mean? It's
there's
like
51 NBA players in the Olympic basketball tournament.
It's like a lot of there's so many more NBA players on the other Olympic teams now. It's like it's not a wash anymore. It's like any other time it was like, bro, like them niggas are going over there like.
I noticed something too.
They start warming up 10 minutes before the game starts.
On the Greek team, Giannis is the only Antetokounmpo brother on there. Where's Thanasis, Alex?
You know why Thanasis and the other niggas aren't there.
They can't rep Greece.
Did you see
Greece seen enough. They're like, bro.
Hey, did you see the statement where somebody was saying that I think it was Jeff Teague on another podcast. He was saying that Giannis was not able to play up to par without his brother present. And that like once his brother came back to the bench, his brother was out for COVID. Once his brother came back to the bench, then he was able to. He started playing better, and obviously his brother doesn't play at all.
I'm like, what the fuck is Thanasis? Like Paul Heyman, the Undertaker? Like, what the fuck is he supposed to do?
He's
like,
He just holds the urn.
So he plays.
Gives him the Gatorade. Hey, bro.
For real, he plays completely different when his brother's around. So like, would y'all want to work with or break bread with on that level with a sibling? Like, do you think that would be or to like to have to depend on a sibling in your workspace like that is like that healthy?
It depends on our relationship, honestly.
Yeah.
That
Like-
nigga's a crash out and he's just fucking shit up. It's like, bro, we really
Niggas
don't
making the
need
family
you
look
here.
bad on the court every
but,
fucking
like,
game.
If he does actually like help take my game to the next level, then yeah, it's like, bro, like
Yeah.
There's a difference in brothers. You could have Thanasis or you could have Seth Curry. Like, I'm going for the Seth Curry kind of brother.
Somebody who actually contributes.
Whereas, yeah, at least
Yeah.
you're doing something.
or the
Yeah.
ball.
Y'all got
brothers.
siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an older brother.
I got an older sister.
I got an older sister too.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
one.
I think it just depends on your relationship you have with your brother, and you know if he's gonna crash out, and you know if things will go bad, if bridges burn. You know,
But
what
to
I'm saying?
depend on him like that to perform, only
You
when
always
he's
got.
present.
I think if I'm depending on anyone, I'm depending on my blood before anyone else.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
So
I don't
it's
know how
like-
true that narrative is. It's like, bro, like how much is Thanasis really doing?
Well, then
like,
then you're going.
How much is the hype man really
Then
doing?
you're- so I don't even know who the fuck y'all are talking about. I'm just
Oh.
speaking
bro,
in
if I
principle
show you
terms.
this nigga, there's no way.
But
like, you're gonna be
basketball
like-
skill, I'm probably just gonna go with the best player. Fuck my brother, right?
They made a highlight.
His
reel
highlight tape looks
of
crazy.
all his
though.
lowlights.
Oh no, I was talking about. Have you seen like his actual?
Thanasis has an actual highlight reel.
His actual highlight tape, it looks kind of crazy. It's like some Lance Stevenson type shit.
But you know,
That's
he only got in the game. So backstory is his brother. Obviously, they're from Greece. Giannis is from Greece. His brother, he got his brother to play in the NBA, but he's really more like a G League player. But he's on the Bucks with him.
Yeah.
And so there's always this running joke that he never gets in the game. He's just like a big cheerleader for his brother. And then when he does get in, his highlights are like crazy.
Nah,
It's
this
what they
nigga
say.
like
It's like me on
Hey, it's your blood
FW
brother,
team,
you know what I'm saying?
it's like
I think that's tight.
no, this nigga
If-
gets
if
in and
I'm-
does way too much. He tries to do way too much It's like you could tell. It's like that one nigga in high school where it's like, oh, like I got the ball. Like you could just tell. Like
My
he's
time
trying
to shine.
Yeah,
I'm an Antetokounmpo brother as well. Check me
Like,
out.
That's kind of how I pictured Six on your guys' team. When
Basically,
you get the
nah,
ball.
for real. That's how this shit
But honestly, it was a little better. Like six knew better. That's the thing. Thanasis is out there still thinking. You know what I mean? It's like
I know.
six like he'll try, but he knows it's like, bro, like I'm not about to take this shot because I know. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like I'll
But
pump fake and then
that's the
pass.
ball.
And then,
Niggas are like, oh, brother.
but he doesn't know like his own limitations. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh, okay.
he's thinking he drank Mike's secret stuff in the locker room and he's about to go get a
then
bucket.
what? You're gonna go after the game and break it down to bro? Like, hey man, you better tighten up. You're not.
And
You're
then
not,
that's
you're
the
not
thing,
that
Got too
guy,
much
pal?
pull with the organization where he only got to worry about it. Probably.
Yeah, it's like
It's like a.
I don't
it's
think
a
Giannis
package.
is telling him to dial it back. You know
So-
what I mean?
Well,
Like,
so what happens if Bronny starts acting like that?
That's LeBron.
Nah,
son.
LeBron-
That's the
That's
same. That's the
that's
same
different.
dynamic though, right?
Hell, it's a totally different dynamic. That's his dad.
Thanasis getting whooped by Bronny. I'm saying that right now, just wholeheartedly.
Damn.
You said Thanasis what?
Thanasis getting whooped by Bronny.
I don't know.
But
dog.
say
Bro,
Bronny
stop.
say Bronny goes out. Say Bronny goes out, and you know he's LeBron's son, so he's got that for him. He acts like he's balling up and just completely shits the bed.
He did that his first two games.
That's what I heard.
He's not playing with his dad yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might be
So he
different.
had to help his
Save
father?
him or what?
It might be different, but at the same time, if he does go out there fucking up, LeBron is 1,000% pulling him to the side and be like, "Hey, you know, dial it back. You know, you just set a couple screens."
There's
get some
definitely a little bit of a
rebounds," and,
different dynamic.
Like he's gonna be like, "Nigga, pass
Yeah,
your
because
dad
you're
the
listening
ball."
to your dad. Your brother, you're not really listening to, huh?
I feel that.
Sometimes, you know.
So who would y'all have?
Dad can take you to the sideline, smack you real quick, and get your head in the
Bend
game.
him over his knee.
Who y'all got winning in a
Go get a
2v2?
switch
Seth Curry and Steph Curry or Giannis and Thanasis?
What?
in a 2-on-2
In
game.
a 2-on-2 brother game. Steph and Seth or Thanasis and Giannis?
I'm
Giannis
giving it
and
to
them ain't
Giannis
bigger.
here, honestly.
They just gonna
Just
bully
off size
them.
alone?
Yeah,
Just
they
off size and like honestly, like Thanasis sucks, but his will to want to win is like
Is enough.
like he tries way harder than anybody else out there.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
But
I feel
going back
It's
to
just-
the original question, are we canceling bro, or are we? Does he
Who,
does he
Thanasis?
owe people an apology? Was
Nah,
it Gilbert
Gilbert, you
Arenas?
good, bruh. You good. We don't get
It was we definitely
good?
went on a tangent there.
He's okay with
Thanks,
that, or
Six.
what?
As white
I feel
cancel
like-
culture, do you feel like y'all be taking it out of hand sometime?
I think if a white person were to say what that guy said, it probably would have be.
Yeah,
it
it's
would
like-
be
That's
a
out of
lot
pocket.
different.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
We can say nigga,
That's
but you can't say nigga.
Yeah,
like,
that's one of those
I'm
where
not
it's like-
arguing that. I'm just arguing that he was.
I mean, we
just-
know Gilbert's he jokes, so I
Yeah.
think
It's like if we're all sitting at this table, because this is one of the things he said, and you were like, yeah, bro, because he's talking about he's going against the, like, that's kind of crazy to get off.
That is wild. But I mean, shit. If it's his personality, look, people only get canceled.
When they act out of character.
Yeah, in a sense, or
but he's
where
not gonna. He's a black man doing that.
like
Yeah.
there's
Nah, but you can still get shamed by like the black community. Like
and oh yeah, I
niggas
think
love taking the high road when it's convenient.
yeah.
and it's like yeah, if people are used to you acting
Yeah.
like that, if people are used to you acting like that,
Yeah, then it's
Then
like
they're
all right,
not
but it's
gonna-
like yeah, it's like
What,
it's like if
did-
Cam and Mace do some shit like that, it's like niggas
did this
like
make you more of a fan?
Of what, Gilbert Arenas?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm still not watching this pod.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, also too, that's different too. If he's got a podcast, he's on a
platform.
whole different mind state.
Yeah.
He's trying to really get that engagement.
Yeah, he's that type of person.
That
That's a clip farming.
I'd be rewarded.
definitely that
he's
type of
he's
person.
rewarded for saying all that
Yeah.
crazy shit.
yeah,
I just really started paying attention to Cam and Mace shit.
They
So
be
I'm
saying some wild
late
shit,
to
though,
watching
too.
other niggas' pods for real.
hey.
So what we got
yo.
next, Six? Showrunner.
Yeah, so I was talking about the Seth versus Thanasis, talk about, just arguments and the back and forth of who's better, because right now on Twitter, the biggest conversation is who has a better discography, J. Cole or Vince Staples.
not
Here's
even-
Six
that's
goes.
not
Go
even-
ahead. We'll let you.
What?
We'll let you do your tricks and all that other shit real
What do you
quick,
mean?
so we could actually
What is
have
this?
a real
Where
debate.
is this
this
fair to
combo
say?
even
Yeah,
come
what is
from?
this? What topic
This
is
is
this?
actually on Twitter right
How
now.
did this get
It's still-
sparked?
It's still under Hot
He's
Topics.
on Long Beach Twitter right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Wait,
like,
so a hot topic
that
is
sounds
who
like
has a better.
we're gonna let him.
Who
We're gonna
has
let
a
him
better
do his tricks right
discography,
now.
J.
That's what he's
Cole
about
or-
to do. He's about to. Oh, Long Beach Vince Staples is.
Yeah, that's not even.
I've said
That's
none
not
of this.
even.
I've asked the question. Whoa, where's all this
What,
Long Beach
bro?
hate coming from?
I didn't say
It's
about
not
Long
hate.
Beach.
This is crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I already know what you're about to do based off of this convo and where Vince.
I
Staples
didn't
is
see this
from.
conversation. I even how it would even be a conversation. But
I don't. That's why I was like, where did the
Are they
the topic
comparable like
originate
that?
from? Like,
I
did
feel they're comparable. Do you all agree that J. Cole's better than Vince Staples?
I think
what?
so.
Yes,
For sure.
We're talking about J. Cole's being
I
one of
respect-
the best of all time. I no
Yeah.
disrespect to Vince, he's great, but there is nowhere like that's not even a comparable
Vince-
argument. Again,
yeah.
that's no disrespect. I love
That's
Vince.
what I'm like. I
Vince
respect
is
them both
sick.
as
I
artists.
love Vince
Like,
as an artist.
yeah,
So
Very
that's no
respectable,
disrespect. But
consistent.
But we're talking about J. Cole. You're talking about a catalog of like four pretty much classic albums from
What
Born
albums?
Center to Friday Night Lights to
And if you want to just talk
Forest Hills
Drive,
Drive,
like billboards
bruh.
wise, you know what I mean? It's like
Summertime 06, Hell Could Wait, Big Fish Theory.
But on the
Okay.
on a mainstream scale, again, no disrespect, you're not. People aren't
His shit's
receiving.
getting synced with movies. Let's keep
He's
it.
creating-
Let's
That's
keep it a
'cause he's
million.
creating it
Let's talk
for-
about.
he-
Well, it's landing. Maybe J. Cole should do that shit.
maybe J. Cole doesn't want to because this shit is actually going platinum.
Yeah, this was a bad hot topic. I don't know how hot this was. This one was mild. It might
talk
not have
about
hit
it.
trending. I didn't see trending on this.
I ain't
one.
gonna fight for Vince
It
Staples. You know why?
Nah.
Because Vince said niggas arguing this need jobs, man, and I have one, so it's cool.
You still
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
like-
listen to Long Beach General and chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm a big Vince Staples fan. That's what I'm just.
That's why I'm like, I
ooh,
fuck with him
why
as an
would,
artist,
you know?
but it's like
Nah, y'all don't
when
fuck
you're
with
putting them
Vince.
two in the ring together, it's J. Cole.
They're both prize-winning fighters. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Don't get us wrong.
They're in different weight classes.
different
though.
weight classes.
Way
Kind
different
of
weight classes.
different eras in a sense too. I would think.
I like the different eras for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, in terms of Vince, I don't.
Yeah, bad.
What's the last?
He just dropped an album, Shame on the Devil. I believe that's what the name of the album is called. I might be tripping.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
But no,
always
yeah,
love
I
his
do
visuals
fuck
and
with
stuff.
Vince. I just think J. Cole is in a different league. He's categorized as top 5.
Dark Times.
And I
The
don't
song's
think we're
called
gonna
Shame on the
get.
Devil.
I don't think nobody really is gonna categorize Vince anywhere in the top 10 to 15 MCs right now. And
Yeah,
again,
one-
that's no disrespect. He's
One
an
nigga's
amazing
still
artist,
making
but
great
I
music.
just
The other
don't. I
one's
don't.
dropping grippy. So just comparable.
You're gonna say one song with Cash Cobain is gonna
Nigga 40,
tarnish that?
40 talking about some shit grippy. Cut it out.
This is y'all show, producer 6.
Yeah.
This trash ass topic.
Whoa, you
And
should
that
write
was
the,
in
you
a-
should write the topic stand, show host. Steve Harvey issued an apology to the hip hop community following a controversial Family Feud segment where contestants were asked to name the greatest rapper of all time. Who should or shouldn't be on this list?
Listen, I love Snoop, but he's not number one. Right
I did
there.
see that list. That was crazy. I was actually
wait.
I take that back. I was actually watching it.
How many?
Yeah, read the top. Read the
You
top.
got it? Because
It was top. How many?
So this is the list in order, from number 1.
Crazy.
Snoop, Tupac, Eminem, Dr. Dre, LL Cool J, Biggie, 50 Cent, Jay-Z.
Well,
They
see,
did
honestly,
top 8.
knowing this is from Family Feud, they do like we ask 100 people, and there's no telling who the fuck they asked. If they're getting a list
Right.
like this, I'm guessing they asked the
nerdiest of the nerdiest.
The average age was like fucking 35 and up, and they were
Right.
like majority.
Because they're asking
colored
Family
people.
Feud audience.
You can clearly
So it's
tell
like-
these were popular
'Cause I'm
answers.
like,
These were not. But they
Nigga,
say,
if LL Cool
LL Cool J
at
on the
his-
list is not a popular
Yeah, I'm like,
answer.
you were
That's
young
what-
and show
that's
some
what I'm saying.
respect
I'm
on
like,
LL.
I'm
not saying LL Cool J
That's somebody
trash,
that
but
He is
hasn't.
a pioneer, though.
Yeah,
This
it's like
is,
he's one of the
hold
first
on,
ones.
listen,
you're
young
not
boy,
putting
listen,
him-
young boy.
There's a difference
The game.
between
This is why we had the
pioneer and-
conversation. My bad. This is what we had the conversation last episode. There is legacy and there is impact when it comes to these artists. So that list to me was shown as a list of, like Trev said, it's gonna be, and Kev said, it's gonna be a list that of a generic group of people. It's not going to be hip hop connoisseurs. So you got to understand that this list is popularity. You can clearly tell Snoop being number 1, obviously as an impact as an artist, he's great, but he's not the number 1 rapper. So the question was phrased incorrectly. I think Family Feud should have just rephrased the question as who's the most popular rappers in the world. I don't know how generic that would be,
Even
but
that's
they said the best rappers, and that's what made all the controversy because they was naming people like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, etc., and they were not even on the list at all.
Smooth exits.
See, honestly, I feel like that list would have been valid 15, 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when was the last time you got in the car and was like, hey, cut that LL Cool J?
This nigga hasn't dropped a song in decades.
The order, yeah, this not.
There's no reason he should be on that list.
But I don't think, again, I don't think it's about current music. I think it's about impact as a rapper when they consider best rapper. Think about it.
But-
there is a few rappers that you could have replaced on that list.
For
Obviously,
sure.
you sub out a couple and you sub in a few.
But even impact-wise, I feel like there's newer artists that have had a bigger impact than
LL Cool J.
Not to
Young
the-
Thug has had a bigger impact than LL
but
Cool
think
J.
about who you're asking.
That's what I'm saying. They asked a bunch of old-ass white people.
So Young Thug's not going to be mentioned. You're going to name
So
those
that's
this
where they
old white
fucked up.
people.
This has nothing to do
I
with this.
still
Has
think
to do
old
with
ass
their
white people aren't mentioning LL Cool J.
But
Hey,
bro,
hold on,
that's
hold
white
on,
people
hold
for
on, hold
sure.
on.
let's
hold
give
on.
some credit.
No,
Let's give some credit to the list that there is commendable artists on here who all have had hip hop impact. They may not be the best rapper, to your point. Young Thug's better than X, Y, and Z, or Cole's better than X, Y, and Z. But these artists, over the course of the last 25 years of hip hop, have had the most impact. Snoop, Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr.
Sam is
Dre.
the ones that have bigger impact.
Yeah, Lil Wayne wasn't on there. Of course, that's a
Facts.
huge one that wasn't
For
on there.
sure.
Jay-Z should have been higher. But to the defense of the artists on there, they are culturally stamped. It doesn't matter how much music you make anymore at all. They are legends no matter what they do because of what they did.
For sure they're legends. Yeah, no one's going to
So
deny
you-
that these niggas are legends, but at the end of the
So
day,
you
like,
can't take them off for somebody like Young Thug who's
Nah,
only had
you-
an 8-year run and then
you
he's
Can when you read the actual topic question though.
What was the direct question again?
who name the greatest rapper of all time.
That nigga's
Oh,
not
yeah, that's
the
crazy. That's crazy. That's
greatest.
crazy.
But no,
Yeah.
but think
No,
about how
no,
that can be
rapper of
said.
all
But think about how
time,
that can be
nigga, what?
Let's be
But to
real.
the average consumer, think about how that can be compiled.
Bro,
People
no
are gonna
one's
put
getting in the
Snoop Dogg
room
up
and
there
saying-
because every time Snoop is on a camera with a white person, he's labeled as a rapper.
Stat,
So that's why Snoop is one.
Give me your top three greatest rappers of all time. We don't even got to go too deep in the list, and no one's going to argue who should or shouldn't be up there.
Tupac, Lil Wayne, Drake.
Not LL Cool J. Can you give me your top three?
LL Cool J. This is a generational question, right? Where it's like the hip hop is relatively young. Now it's starting to get older, and you have different age demographics.
Yeah, hip hop like
LL Cool J was
50-something.
definitely in a lot of people's top 5 back
That's
in
what
the
I'm
day.
saying. It's like now there's
What day?
There's actual
Bro,
generations.
since you weren't
for
even
hip-hop.
born when he
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
like
he
obviously
got
before
platinum
It's like during like the
hits before.
Okay,
Run
it was
DMC
Wayne,
era.
yeah,
and
it was
shit
like
that.
like the birth of hip hop
Yeah.
era.
Mama
Okay,
said
okay.
knock you out. I'm bad.
Right. No, I
Like,
get it. LL Cool J got hits, legend in the game, but I'm saying, who else was hot when LL Cool J was hot? Can y'all, like, please tell me?
I'd have to look it
Man,
up, but that's what I'm saying.
that's
It
the golden era of hip hop. You
it
had
was the-
Rakim, Slick Rick. You still had Run DMC. You had Man, Cool G Rap. You had
like that.
you had legends of like lyrical rap that actually showed what rap was supposed to be. The cadence. They started the cadences that you still hear to this day, and these cadences are still used.
So tell me, all these Godfathers, how many of these niggas was better than LL Cool J? Was it 10 of them?
Bro, you got some hate for LL, bro. What is
I don't.
Up, bro?
I'm still saying he's a legend of the game, but niggas saying
discography of LL.
Niggas saying LL Cool J is the greatest rapper of all time in a conversation.
No, he was a battle rapper. He went toe to toe with Cannabis. He went toe to toe with tons of people.
You know what he didn't do? Become the greatest rapper of all time.
I don't think
Family Feud,
I don't think he should have been on that list, but I'm not gonna take away.
So he's the one that y'all would take out of everybody first.
Hell yeah.
Wait, who's on the list again? Nah, because there was definitely some other
50
niggas.
Cent,
that-
Eminem,
Cent,
Jay-Z,
Dr. Dre a rapper?
Dre. That's another one because he didn't write his raps.
Dr. Dre's
This goes to show you who
ability
they
as a
pulled.
producer is probably what was getting respected on this list.
Yeah.
And I don't think
I think
think
Dr.
about what
Dre
we're
out of
saying.
all that list, out of that list, is the most impactful out of all.
Think
them.
about it. Everybody that's on that list was on the Super Bowl halftime show. You goes to show you damn near who pulled.
LL did a super time halftime
No, I'm
show?
not talking about LL. I'm talking about having
did.
Dre and 50 Cent and Snoop.
But
and,
look, with Dre, look at all the people under Dre's umbrella. It was 50. It was M.
Damn,
it was.
that's why it's.
It was. He's the
that's
most
why
impactful on that list right there.
People took that question as not greatest rapper of all time. They took that as the greatest
Most
rappers that they
known.
know.
Yeah.
And
So,
people are gonna say
mainly
LL
remember
when you
people from-
poll that audience because a lot of these older white men was probably bumping LL back then before they became conservative.
Okay, so wait,
Niggas
you
blasting
think
Rock the Bells is
Steve
funny.
Harvey being a black
You know the
host
song.
owes hip hop an apology because he
I mean, that's-
apologized.
yeah,
he
he should've-
seemed a
yeah,
little
he-
embarrassed.
He knew. Yeah, he was like, nigga, what is
He
this?
gave a
Like,
preface before. He was like, I just want to apologize because these niggas is tripping. They put LL Cool J on this fucking
That's the
list.
deep aspect of it because does he feel entitled as somebody that should have, as a curator of the show, should have been like, hold on, I don't think I like this one, or did he not? Does he go in completely blind and not
I
know
think he
that
goes.
y'all?
I don't think he has anything
yeah.
to do with like the
He knows no
the
answers,
study
no
group. You know what I
questions.
mean? That's what
He's
was
the
wrong
host,
with
right.
this.
Sometimes hosts
With this
going blind.
particular question was
And what-
like they asked the wrong study group for this question.
And Family Feud, they typically have questions where the answer is clear based on like some metric shit, right? Like asking what is the greatest rapper of all time or who the greatest rapper of all time is. That's really
really be measured.
opinionated ass
Yeah.
question. Like
Yes.
I've never really
Super
seen.
subjective.
It's more like like what are
Right.
the style of questions on Family Feud?
I mean, they're usually all kind of in that same lane, but it's like it's a ask 100 people, so you're getting like a general like kind of
Yeah.
mixed
like most
bag,
common things.
I think it's like
it'll
when
be
I
like-
think of that,
like
I think
top
it's like
things to
I'll
go to
stop you
breakfast.
at Universal Studios and hey, we're polling for Family Feud. Who is the greatest rapper of all time? And it could be a random ass.
Because they asked, they'll be like, name like a popular kitchen appliance or something like that, or like what's you know what I mean?
Like
What's
top,
the most used
top
kitchen
5
appliance?
things to eat for breakfast type of thing?
Yeah,
different shit like that, or it's like
very generic that it
But
could be asked to
that could
anybody.
be anything though, because like if I go to fucking Universal Studios with 15 of my friends and we all say famous Dex is the greatest rapper of all time, shit, Dex might make the fucking list.
They may not use
if
y'all
there's
answers
15,
though.
if there's 15 of you guys,
Yeah.
maybe.
And they may not poll 15 people just like you.
Or do you think they already have like a pool to choose
They
from?
have the 100 and they ask all that
they
same
ask
100
over and over and over?
No, they have a pool of rappers to actually choose
You
from.
knocked it off, I'm gonna cry.
I'm
You know?
For 3 episodes.
If they have a pool of rappers to choose from, rather than
Nah,
because
I
that's a
think-
broad ass question, bro. Like, what happens when
No, I think that's what
someone
they do.
does
They
say
ask
Young
it,
Thug?
they take 100 people and then it's like they take the top however many answers. So it's like, all right, 100 people.
And do you
fucking-
also think they chose the most brand safe answers? Like
Brand
niggas,
safe?
I'm saying like
As
niggas
far
could have
as,
said
like,
like
if
a
they were-
6ix9ine, like non-controversial rappers. Like what's a Snoop controversy you've heard in a minute?
You mean
So
like
you're
they
thinking there
put
could've
somebody
been-
up there that was gonna like diminish the brand of Family Feud?
Right,
Like
exactly.
be a super negative rapper? Hell no.
I don't think
Look
it's
at
that
those
deep.
rappers, bro. 50 Cent came out talking greasy.
But he's
Jay-Z,
changed his
dope
ways,
pushing.
though.
Right. This is 50 that smiles
They
on
are,
camera
they
now.
are cleaned up artists because Eminem
Exactly.
was killing.
That's what he's
moms
saying.
and
It's like
shit.
these
So
are all PC now. So he's like,
they are
could've
safe
been-
answers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. They are safe.
These are all people that like the suburban mom is gonna be
Gonna
like,
know.
oh,
That's-
Snoop Dogg, I know who that is.
They know. That's why it's a popular answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you guys agree Snoop shouldn't have been number one?
No, I love Snoop.
He's the most popular rapper of all time. I think.
It's fair to say
him or
Snoop
Tupac
is,
are the
Snoop is
most
the
popular
biggest
rapper.
rapper of all time.
Snoop is
Great.
probably
Y'all could argue greatness or whatever, but Snoop is the biggest rapper.
He's
of all
about to
time.
run out the American, hold the torch at the Olympics.
Is he really?
Just
Yeah.
announced it today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, today. Snoop is the
Hey,
biggest
he
rapper
likes it.
of
He
all
likes
time.
his blunt from it.
You know who's not doing that?
Legendary.
LL fucking Cool J. Fair
Look
to say.
at this, and you know
You
who
a
else is
big
it?
ass hater.
Vince.
Long Beach is still there. Long
Vince
Beach
will
is
never
there.
be on the
Hater.
list like that.
That's crazy.
A hater. Six.
Let's get into some of these tweets that people sent in, man. Shout out to people using the "Is it fair to say" hashtag on Twitter. We're gonna start with JD from the Land. Oh shit!
The Land.
Is it fair to say people are so obsessed with the old days that everything new doesn't get the chance to be received? Step.
The old days.
I'm the old-
I love this because we had a conversation about this yesterday.
Being obsessed with the old days.
Yeah.
Is it? Say it one more time.
It says, "Is it fair to say people are so obsessed with the old days that everything new doesn't get a chance to be received?"
No.
I agree.
That's a.
You could tell he's older.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see, because there's a couple. There's kind of two answers there. I think it does blind if you're stuck on the old music or old times. It does blind you or shade you to what's currently going on, or doesn't allow you to give it so much of a fair shake. But because on the contrary, though, things that are nostalgic, things that have an impact or a feeling on you, they can't. When you hear something new that's supposed to replace it, it's forcing it to have to, give it a fair shake. You know what I mean? I think I think I'm off topic on what the question is saying, but I think it's kind of like when you're stuck in something that has such a good feeling, it's hard to replace that, and that kind of just becomes your norm. So for me, like certain music, I'm using music for instance. Older music to me feels better. It sounds better. It gives me a better feeling. The topics resonate with me more than new music. So it allows me to not give as much new stuff a fair shake. Mm-hmm. But I think that that's not a bad thing, because it allows me to stay true to like what I really enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a loaded question.
I think music takes us to a place, right? You listen to a song, it takes you to a place, whether it's an old memory or some imaginative thing you created in your mind. Yeah. So as you get older, that music you consumed in that preteen to late teen type of era is going to be so much more impactful than you being older and listening to new music, because you have that emotional tie to it. I don't know.
Thank you, Trevor. He said it way better. I was talking in circles.
It's
My
just
bad.
It's something different. I don't know how to explain it though, but it's like
when you're being molded as a man.
Yeah, it's like, or you have like really core like youthful memories with these songs playing in the background, or like adventures to these songs.
What was it? One more time.
Because I know now I'm older. I like listening to that music from my high school years or whatever,
Right.
just because it's that feeling. It feels
Takes you back to a time.
but it feels like, oh, I could relate to it more. But really, it's not the lyrics or the artist. It's just
what
the moment in time.
me, and
what's
where I'm at
associated
in
with
my
that.
life
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my
That's
experiences.
That's what I was saying the
Yeah.
other day after.
So it says people are so obsessed with the old days that everything new doesn't get a chance to be received.
And I don't think people is just a broad generalization, because it's like the kids love the current shit, like, because that's
Yeah.
all they know. You know, if you're playing older shit to a younger audience, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Right.
But play them the music they're consuming now in 10 years. It's a cycle, you know. The new generation will be like, "What the fuck is this old shit?" And then they're gonna be like, "Nah, this is like that."
So everybody becomes
That
the old
fire-ass
hating
shit.
person, low key.
What was dope, like one of the things that I thought was kind of funny is, remember when the "You're a Jerk" song was like going viral on TikTok again? Like that was one of those times where like you see some old shit. Like for us when we were in school, like damn, like y'all niggas fuck with this shit right now. Like y'all don't even know what those days were like, and they were trying to like hit the dance
I
and shit
feel
like
like
that
they're just
again.
trolling though. I don't know.
You think they were trolling?
I don't think the new generation really fucks with a lot of the older generation shit like that. Like I think they can sometimes, you know, but for the most part, it is like that's the whole like generational thing. It's like people love their generation because it's a part of them. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I try and take bias out of it, and I try and find appreciation for new shit. But at the same time, it's like the old shit already has a place in my heart, so it's easier to accept. You know what I mean?
I think that's crazy because I think out of everybody at the table, you might listen to the most new shit.
Possibly.
What makes you still like want to give a fuck about new music?
I just like being
Yeah,
inspired.
and that's just music in general. If you love music, you're always gonna listen to new music.
Yeah, and just, I don't know. This is like, I'm always just looking for some shit to just like get me thinking. Whether it's like I don't like it, or if I hear it, I'm just like, damn, that's something that I've never heard before, and that shit's hard. It's just like, I feel like it just gets my gears turning, you know?
You feel like his point that the older generation is more accepting of the new generation's style and music than the new generation is accepting of the old music. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, younger generation, the way you talk about LL Cool J, right? So it's like, the way you talk about the older generation, like, get the fuck out of here, I'm not listening to that. Is it more younger people not fucking with the old generation music?
Nah, it's always been.
It's the other way around.
I think more of the younger kids are not willing to accept the old music than the older people are willing to accept the new music.
Nah, because from history it's been that, because the disco niggas wasn't fucking with the rap niggas, and the rap niggas wasn't fucking with the way that we're twisting rap now.
I think that's what's heightened. But you guys don't go back and listen or respect the old music more than we listen to and respect the new music now.
No, we respect it because we grew up off the old shit and spun shit off there. We were inspired by the old shit, and we're like, okay, cool. Like,
no, look how you was talking about LL.
It depends on how far back it goes.
That's one rapper though, because I'm still gonna say Snoop, Corrupt, DJ Quick. I'm still gonna.
But a
have
lot of
respect
you
for all
guys
these.
don't know the discography and listen to it and digest it as much as we have to listen to and digest the new artists.
Right, because we weren't there.
It's like they would.
You can't fault us for just not being born and not being
No.
there.
You got a good point.
They'd have to go out of their way to listen to it.
That's almost looking for us to have the same appreciation and nostalgia that you guys get from it, which
you weren't
just ain't gonna
present
happen.
for it, so it doesn't feel the
Exactly.
same as where we can embrace what's new because we can feel it now. No, you got a point.
Because we have talked about Hit 'Em Up and Not Like Us. Like, the effect that people had when Hit 'Em Up came out, I don't know. But I do know I fuck with Hit 'Em Up as a diss track.
I see what you're saying.
But I will tell you, nigga, this Not Like Us effect is crazy.
No, I see what you're saying.
Honestly, I feel like it was probably the similar. I feel like they had like a very similar life and effect as far as like how it's gonna leave like the next generations. Like, Not Like Us, I think it's gonna have that same like, oh, this is like a top 3 diss track, and it changed the.
I'd call Not Like Us the biggest diss track of all time, and I'm saying more so because it's a different world when it reaches.
But I think that's just because
out of rap.
I think that's just because of the age we live in now. It's like there's social media. There's ways to spread the song. That's like Hit 'Em Up. Like, it was only publicized in the rap community,
for sure.
And there was like, you can only spread it via radio or
the overlapping of cultures now is like super prominent.
Yeah, it's like, bro, now it's like Not Like Us, and it's like. You got white bitches making TikToks to it. You know what I mean? It's like it's way more just like,
and shit
like corporate, like McDonald's tweeting like Not Like Us. Or
yeah,
some shit like
you know,
that,
it's like,
where it's like
it gets commercialized.
Then that would never have.
It's like Hit 'Em Up was not getting commercialized at all.
Yeah, the digital age is giving shit more wings to where like you still once again gotta respect the goats. You still gotta respect Hit 'Em Up as one of those top tier diss tracks. But granted, the game has changed, and Hit 'Em Up in this era probably could have been bigger than Not Like Us, but just the way the game has changed, Not Like Us is the biggest
let's
record
get
of all
back
time.
to what the original tweet was. Is it fair to say? So we can go to the next one. What's it? Is it fair to
That
say?
nigga ready to move off this topic. He hate me talking about.
No, because it went completely left from what that was.
I was a little lost too.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's
but
get
yeah,
back.
no, I think it's definitely fair to say that for me at least, people are obsessed with the old days,
All right,
and don't give new shit the chance to live. The next tweet is from Gabriel Martin Photos. Is it fair to say LA is fake unified right now? Y'all still don't like each other behind closed doors. Ultimately, people still move weird around each other.
Dang, you coming in firing.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I think that nigga has something on his chest though, like for sure.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not too tapped in with it, but just from my perspective, I don't think so. I think this is probably like as real close as they've been. I don't know if they could end up getting closer, but from my standpoint, it looks like
Unity
actually
is
like
here.
And
they're
what's
actually
fake
trying.
unity? You know, it's not like it's like these guys were on stage with each other. Like,
I mean,
nothing was fake about that. Like, I'm you know, like
I don't think he's saying like fake.
behind closed doors, people are not going to get along with each other all the time, no matter where you're at, no matter how unified people are. Like, even at school, even at work, you're gonna
You're
have
not
to
gonna love everybody.
Yeah, that's just that.
But he's
comes
saying
with
like as
territory.
far as like fake unified, like now that shit's over with, are they going back to like not fucking with each
I don't
other?
know. That was a nasty one. No, I'm not
I don't
fucking
know if
with
I
that.
like it more so because it's just like it feels like a hating ass like take.
It just seems like,
like
there's
fake
only one.
unified. What does fake
Yeah.
unified mean?
There's one.
Everybody's
direction
gonna
with
have
that.
a negative opinion, so I wouldn't say no. That's not fair to say. That's
If
not fair
this
to say.
person was
Especially
from-
because we're not in a position to say it's fair to say because literally like the cast obviously here, we're not really tapped into that much to even know what's going on behind the scenes. So from the outside looking in, everybody's working on each other, we're doing music, promoting each other's songs, doing etc. It looks unified. So no, that's not fair to say.
If this person was from like not from the West Coast or from the East Coast, do y'all feel like we look properly unified to the East Coast or to people who aren't tapped into what's going on over here?
Yeah, I think it definitely looks.
Yeah. They seen the Kendrick shit. They seen what Kendrick's doing. That people know what's going on. All the media bloggers are reporting on the West Unity.
Niggas are apologizing to each other, linking up.
But dude, did you love that when Mustard apologized to T-Fly and then T-Fly hit him back?
I didn't know what their whole beef was, but I just seen that and I was like, honestly,
it was some. I don't know the specifics on it, but it was some Twitter shit that had went back and forth with niggas. But like, I thought that shit was so fucking dope, just as far as just niggas as a man, like somebody you don't or you didn't fuck with and you had an issue with, like just saying, you know what, bro, like I fuck with you, like a nigga still praying for you, and I hope everything's good with you.
Wasn't like it was T Grizzly and somebody else also kind of reconciled. Sada Baby.
I didn't know they had beef.
I think they had,
and also too, they're not on the West.
A misunderstanding or something like that.
But that's still dope, yeah.
My question is, does this not like us camaraderie? Do you think it further alienates the West or puts us more in a bubble or a bigger bubble? You know what I'm saying?
I think it might, but I think Dot had a cold line in his song. He's like, niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Like, that's really the mentality that niggas should have. If they don't like us, like, nigga, that's what not like us is about. They not like us. They not gonna like us. They gonna alienate us. They not gonna put us on the double tail list. But that's what he's saying, is that embracing,
which again is kind of off topic, but that's what's embracing the West Coast is not like us. So
they gonna embrace us because we just us. Either you don't fuck with us,
that's putting you in a more in a bubble, is what I'm saying.
Like, but our bubble is us at the end of the day.
But is that continuing the bubble? Is what Trevor is asking. Does not like us camaraderie make it feel like the West Coast is more just with West Coast only and don't fuck with nobody else, so they're not gonna fuck with us? Is it alienating the West Coast more?
They're not gonna fuck. I mean, it's not that they're not gonna fuck with us. I feel more so like Atlanta stays Atlanta. They kind of just fuck with themselves. Memphis, same kind of vibe. I think it's like West Coast. I don't be on that.
I think it's the West Coast. Like, this is like the West Coast is like rebranding, because I feel like other musical meccas still fuck with the West Coast, but like the West Coast has been deemed like it fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, this is kind of like
redemption hour.
Yeah, it's like the West Coast is fucking with itself again. Like, I feel like the West Coast itself was a little divided, so now it's like the West Coast is coming back together.
Now we can take over.
Yeah, so it's like now the West Coast gets its voice back. Other people from other cities are fucking with the camaraderie and us kind of doing our own thing, but they may not fuck with the sound.
Yeah, but
just
they
yet again.
The vibe
but like,
right now.
Yeah, it's like the energy. It's like, I fuck with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what's kind of bleeding over to other.
Do you think rappers were more so not fucking with the West? Because like, nigga, how can I fuck with you and y'all don't even like each other?
That and it's just like
I think it's just based on taste and sound. The West Coast sound is, I feel like it's been getting stale. Like, if we're keeping it like
Trev High,
if we're keeping it real, like the West, and that's what's been holding us back from these other, like the New Yorks and the, like, if you look even Chicago, like,
but it's a combination of that. But it's like they fucked with each other and they pushed their artists. You know what I mean? It's like when there's a new up and coming nigga from Atlanta, it's like Atlanta gets behind this person and blows them up. Like,
and I guess you could say
same thing with like Detroit and like
you could also say, I guess too, right? Like Atlanta or South rappers kind of sound similar. For sure. I think maybe it's just me being on the West Coast, and also too the West being legacy in this hip hop game, where it's like, yeah, the sound sounds so not so stale, but it might sound similar for all these years because it's been around longer than, or had some sort of motion longer than
it's one of
all these other.
So what was the question again?
It wasn't even a question. I think it was more of a statement.
Was it fair to say, right?
Yeah, LA is fake unified right now. Y'all still don't like each other.
No. Dang, I thought I had already said that wasn't fair to say a minute ago. Damn,
we unified. We like each other. The last fair to say topic: is it fair to say Tupac wasn't a gangster? He just put on a persona.
That's disrespectful.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I wasn't really.
I wasn't around.
Yeah.
Wasn't there? Not a gangster. Can't tell nobody who's a gangster, bro.
That's disrespectful.
You're a huge Tupac fan. How do you feel about?
Got a Pac shirt on right now.
I saw that somebody did an interview where they were saying that Tupac had a role in a movie and just kept that role through his whole life. Like he just got trapped in that role?
Man, people got to know the backstory on Pac to really know his history and his upbringing, to understand what he went through. I don't care if this man went to an art school and put on tap shoes or ballet shoes or did whatever, or danced around goofy, acted soft in a movie. Tupac from the core was like rooted as a soldier. He came from the Black Panthers. You can't get more gangster or hood than that. Your mom was a Black Panther. You were curated in the womb of a Black Panther. Your mom was in jail while she was pregnant with you. Like, his upbringing, because he was trying to steer to do creative arts, is why we talk about Tupac now. So because he did that, you can't label him soft or sensitive or none of that. Pac is the epitome of, I think, a street voice, and that's why he lasts the way he does now everywhere, because his impact will never take him off a list. You can never take Tupac off any list, and whether it's gangster, he was painted as the face of gangster rap, whether that he was a gangster or portrayed an image. I think it kind of goes off onto another topic. I can talk about this nigga forever, but when the gangster image really came more of a thing and glorified and made people look at Pac differently when he got out of jail and he signed with Death Row. Because what Suge was already representing, being from Mob Piru and being a blood and embracing Pac, he took on the soldier militant mind that he already had as a youth, that gangster that he had as a youth. He just transitioned, and now I'm gonna stick up for who riding for me. You bailed me out of jail, you saved my life, I'm riding with you for whatever. Now that gangster ways got him in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But that was him. All in all, that was him. I don't think you can never say it's not fair to say that man wasn't true to who he was. He was only 25. So like, he really wasn't even a fully developed man, and he delivered everything that he delivered. He was who he was, gangster or not. That's how I feel.
Yeah, shout out LL Cool J.
He was an actor, right?
Who?
Pac.
Tupac?
Pac, yeah, was in 5 movies.
So Drake was an actor too, right?
That nigga.
Yeah, he was an actor
Degrassi.
in Degrassi. No, Pac has.
I'm just saying,
Poetic
Childish
Justice.
Gambino's an actor too, right? Like, there's a lot of actor rappers,
but
right?
we're talking about Juice. We're talking about Above the Rim, Poetic Justice.
See,
Lion King.
Tupac
Because we were
didn't
talking about this on the
Tupac
pod.
didn't-
We were trying
Tupac
to figure out
didn't-
the best rapper actor.
Tupac didn't get his start. In
Best
acting.
rapper actor would
He's
either.
about to
Will Smith.
Get the fuck on, please.
But that's an unfair thing take, because he's the great, one of the best
he's
actors
one of the
ever.
best actors, but not nowhere near.
But he was a rapper.
So
He had a huge
Pac was a
impact.
rapper first, then actor.
But we're talking about as far as
We're
like,
talking actor
we
first,
really
then.
want to know.
But-
Will Smith started
but we
off
have
as a
to
rapper
rank-
before he was even acting.
But it's like, okay,
And he wasn't good at
regardless.
that.
Okay, regardless of where they started, this ranking, it has to be like, we're ranking the rapping and acting. So it's like, okay, Tupac was a great actor and a great rapper.
Right.
Will Smith was not a great rapper.
he was an okay rapper.
Excellent actor.
T.I. was a better rapper actor than Will Smith.
Fuck no.
Nah, for real.
Get the fuck
Nigga.
out of
Have you
here.
seen ATL?
Niggas haven't seen ATL in his
Bro,
show.
I've seen
And I'm like,
ATL,
was
bro.
he in any other movies?
Hold on. This nigga.
T.I. wasn't a great rapper actor.
No.
Please get the
Listen,
fuck on.
he's
What
a
are
great
we talking?
He's a great rapper.
Did you see
I
ATL?
haven't-
What
I
are you
haven't
talking
seen-
about?
First
That
introduction
show is
movie, and
facts,
it was
bro.
based
So
around
on
him.
his-
Him
on his
as
first-
a man.
On
He
his
only had
first
to act
introduction
himself.
movie,
I haven't
the
seen any
nigga
other
knocked it out
movies,
the
though.
park.
That's the thing. So
Let's
it's
really
like-
put that there.
You said he was a better rapper
but
actor
if
than Will
he did have
Smith?
another,
That's
if he did have
crazy.
another trash movie, then he's out of here.
Well, what? So with this convo, what comes first, rap or acting?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It
no,
doesn't
it
matter.
does because
No, it
T.I.
doesn't. It doesn't matter which one comes first. It matters like how good you were at each of them. You know what I mean?
And then they average
And then,
out.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you guys got T.I. over Will Smith.
I don't know about
50
that
Cent
one.
is over T.I.
50
Yeah,
Cent.
I would give that for sure.
I
50
agree.
Cent is a great actor.
50 Cent was
1000%.
my pick.
Fifth is an
Until
amazing
somebody
actor.
said Tupac, 50 Cent was my pick for best rapper actor of all time. Cube can be up there because he did so much, but he
Cube's up
plays
there
the
for
same
sure.
kind of acting,
That
same
nigga's
kind of
acting
role.
is
Typecast.
nasty.
But he has a
acting is just
Are we
discography.
there yet?
Nah, he was
Ass
fired.
nigga.
No,
No, we have
was fired
a bro.
21
Boys in the
Jump
Hood.
Street.
He has a
You're
great
For sure.
discography. Friday, Boys in the Hood. He's
Nah,
a
that shit
writer
got watered
too.
down
Nah,
because he
he's
started doing Ride Along and.
But that's
like,
his
He grew up.
discography.
He became a family
It was
man.
like,
Kevin
it was like Friday and all those. It was good, and then it was like he went the Will Smith route with his raps. It was just
See,
like,
No, I think you
Barbershop was classic.
You just
the first
don't
one.
like Will Smith's family appeal, bro. And it's
No,
like,
you niggas
that's
are
some
tripping.
deep rooted shit. You
No,
should check that.
no.
Get that
I don't know where
checked out.
niggas, I can just speak purely just from musical. You know what I mean? That shit was trash.
Bro, that shit
Will
off the airwaves.
Smith,
Will Smith, 50 Cent, them like the top two. Tupac.
I'm going based off. He had a smash hit. I think a Billboard charting hit, and he had
talking about Will Smith?
Yeah,
That nigga
one
was
of the
industry
biggest
pro.
movies of that year too. He dropped two
pause.
slams,
What the fuck?
two hits, movie hit
I'm
and
not
song
denying-
hit in the same year.
I'm not denying his acting bag. I'm saying the music. He had the machine behind him. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why I believe his music was as big as it was.
All right, where is Childish Gambino in this combo?
He's above Will Smith. Nah,
Yeah, he up there.
He's
up
I think he's I don't know because
See,
he don't
it's
really
like-
have
it's
accolades like Will Smith.
Crazy.
It's really Will
yo,
Smith.
music-wise, or we
it's
talking
Will
about-
Smith's acting that's
Talking
putting
acting.
him.
Both. He's
higher
not even on a
rapper.
level on either
Did
one.
he say he has more Grammys than Will Smith?
Bro, this is a crazy
He
topic.
just
bro.
recently-
Childish Gambino?
He just recently
wouldn't
said he has
doubt
more
that.
Grammys than Will Smith.
This is
I
a
wouldn't
crazy
doubt
topic.
that.
So you don't think Childish Gambino's a talented rapper?
I think
I'm
so.
saying you can't even. You can't. He's not. I would not consider him a
But not
rapper
even
to
a
begin
rapper.
with.
He's just a
But
Childish
then-
Gambino?
on top of that, he has not put in enough work at all to be considered in that category of rapper.
Childish
Greatest rapper
Gambino doesn't
actor.
deserve
Over
to be
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Tripping.
Over Will Smith for sure. Musically,
He's got a lot of. He's
He
got
has more Grammys than Will Smith.
He got hella discography.
What are we
We're
talking
living a
about
different
here?
era, bro. We're talking about Will Smith.
We're talking about
He's
accolades.
one number 1-2 best actor ever.
Yeah.
but see, you're thinking of his acting and
But
everything.
that ranks him super high.
We're talking about
his
rapper
acting.
actors. In the rapper
That's what I'm
actors,
saying.
Will
When you
Smith
average
fucked up
out
like he
Childish
didn't have
Gambino,
hits.
if you average out Childish Gambino's acting and rapping,
He's above
his
Will
music,
Smith.
both of his music and acting is both
What
kind of
acting
like.
has Childish Gambino done that can rank against Will Smith's top 5 movies?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
He's not
It's
only
not
acting,
there.
he's writing,
here's what
he's
you're saying.
directing.
It's the
He's doing
same,
a
like,
lot
Do you
more.
think Will
Child-
contribute like that?
But Childish Gambino's
That's fair to
music
say.
is in that same caliber as far as like Will Smith's
music.
acting.
No,
kinda
fuck no.
bag.
Childish Gambino's music would be like Will Smith's music.
no,
Hell no.
you're
Man,
high.
y'all are crazy.
Yeah, that's
I don't know where this
you're
topic
saying they
came from.
kinda
Where did
even
this
out.
come
They
from?
kinda- that was-
Hell no.
They
Y'all
even
better
out
put some
because
respect on
Childish
Will
Gambino's
Smith.
music is good and his acting
My
is
parents
like,
just don't understand.
solid.
Summertime.
So-
Him and DJ Jazzy Jeff were rappers. That's what they did
Summertime,
before he
thank
was an
you.
actor.
Nah, yes.
I got
Talk your
Will
shit, Talk your
fucked up
shit.
on that rap. Why
Yeah,
do you think
Will's-
Will's rapping right now at 50 years old? Because that's what his core.
he's Will
That's
Smith.
the
Because
core
this nigga
of
got money.
Will Smith.
But that's the
Let's be
core.
clear.
All
He
I'm
has the
saying-
resources to do so. Honestly,
that's the core of him,
He's
though.
not. He's not rapping because people are listening to it. He's rapping because he
He's
can.
Will Smith. Nigga can just stand on stage. and
Niggas are
gonna
not
clap.
slapping that shit.
I guess I'm just old.
Yes.
So you're listening. You listen to his recent shit.
No, but I'm not listening to Childish Gambino either.
niggas last.
I'm not listening. This is America. Don't get you slipping, though.
That was close.
I'm not listening to that shit.
But
Oh, you didn't like it because it was supposed to be a Drake diss. I get it. Nah,
didn't even know
you
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
don't like
crazy.
Childish
Why did he
Gambino.
diss Drake? I didn't even know that.
No, originally the story is "This Is America" was supposed to start as like a Drake diss.
Oh, instead of not being like the Canada,
or
like a
something
Canada
like
shot.
that. I don't know.
Canada
He don't
not
want
like
that smoke.
us.
We're not thinking about Childish Gambino. He's not a rapper. He's an to me he's like an alternative music type guy. He can alternate. He can
he
alternate
started-
and do
He's
different
one of
things.
the best.
got a-
He's one of the most talented creatives we have of this
but he's not
generation.
a rapper though.
He
Trey.
is a rapper.
You're looking
He
at it. You're
started
looking
off
at it.
rapping.
But look, you're also
So you
looking
weren't
at
listening to his early stuff though. That's
Maybe
what
not,
he's saying.
but you're also
Campfire was kinda
But
hard.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I was like. His
Yeah,
early
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
like
I'll drop it
I
like
kind of
a
grew up on a
Nasdaq.
lot of his early shit.
Bro,
And it was
but-
like
but
he
sounds
was
like
in
you,
his-
Stat.
But you're also categorizing Childish as well because you look at him like a cinematography as well, like how he produces his shows and stuff. So you take it.
Creative genius.
Yeah, so you look at it in Copenhagen, but we're him as a whole. We're talking about catalog, albums, singles, songs, albums, single songs, movies, or shows. Fresh Prince is better than anything Childish Gambino has ever done. I don't care if he wrote it or not. I don't care if he wrote it.
Atlanta is definitely
Community?
Atlanta is not even holding a fucking light to Fresh Prince.
That's the white coming out. That's what it is. That's the white coming out.
Different
That's
generations,
why-
different
Yeah. That's
why I
comedies are a lot
I'm
easier.
not gonna lie.
Oh
For our
my
generation,
God.
like Fresh Prince, it's still timeless. Like it. but
It's timeless to even the youth right now.
But
It's timeless.
Atlanta, I think is gonna age very well because it still had its.
That's a fair take, but the type of satire, comedy, and portrayal in that is not going to land
But
with
it's
every
hard-
audience like Fresh Prince will.
But exactly,
That's
it's
just
a
one
fucking-
series.
It's a sitcom.
So what movie has Childish Gambino been in that even can hold a light to fucking
Well, nah, that's what I'm saying.
Pursuit of Happiness?
But that's what I'm saying. It's
Men
like,
in Black,
we already said Will Smith's acting bag is
I Am
shitting
Legend.
on
I Am Legend, I, Robot even.
That's
like,
literally
what
the only
fuck?
thing that's giving Will Smith
This many points. Yeah.
No,
like,
I think
Childish Gambino is in top five. I don't know where this went.
I think Will is above Childish Gambino.
Easily.
slightly.
Thank you,
His
Jack.
acting- but his
style is crazy.
His
Bro,
acting
he had
points are
hits.
so high.
Wild Wild
So I'm like,
West.
he's a Hall of Fame actor.
Right, that's the thing.
Welcome to Miami.
He's a Hall of Fame
But
actor,
we're
but he's
talking
a
about-
G League rapper.
Exactly. His acting points are so
G-League,
high.
you young niggas is
Niggas
crazy.
washed
Will Smith
up.
slander.
He's an innovator.
Now
for this shit.
he's washed up now.
He's not even trying. He ain't trying.
But he's
This nigga's literally trying to rap. He just rapped last week.
It's like a faith song.
This
Where'd
nigga,
he rap that?
On the BT
the
Awards.
BT Awards,
It's like a,
and then
And then where he just rap?
and then he dropped it on DSPs with his weak
but it's a faith
ass.
song. I mean, he's trying to
Nigga
push
dropped on the
positivity.
28th.
He's
But
not,
is it a rollout to Bad Boys too? Is that like a thing
Nigga,
too? Like,
No, it wasn't a Bad
Even
Boys
that.
track. It was some
He
solo
shouldn't have
shit.
dropped that.
Put some respect on Will Smith. What's
Even
next?
Bad Boys, you
Y'all
should have left,
I'd
bro.
have set this bitch on
no,
fire. It
I'm
was
with
cool
you.
here. I'm warm.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
This nigga Will
Put some
Smith.
respect on Will Smith.
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't even Is It Fair to Say topic, but shout out to everybody who is still engaging in Is It Fair to Say.
Let
We
us
do
know in the
appreciate
chat.
it. You see how wild these takes get? It wasn't even the take. So shoot us some conversation, shoot us some ideas. We would love to hear it, and we're going to keep integrating it. Because Six running the show today, so, you know, if he want to integrate it when he writes the whole thing, shoot it at Six, and he going to make sure he put it in the show.
What are you talking about, Kobe Bryant?
You got a
Who are you, Derek Fisher?
Korean shirt. Where the fuck you get that Ross ass
Robert
t-shirt?
Horry?
Whoa.
What
Hold on.
inspired that?
Break that down again.
Meta World Peace? Chaz, man.
With this nigga.
Break what down?
You asked the question.
I asked where you got that Ross ass t-shirt at.
What does it say?
Nike Korea.
My mom actually went to Korea and brought back a shirt from Korea.
Oh, that's
Get
not.
out, get out the country, ho,
I
nigga.
respect that.
Tell me you
Can he
can't-
prove it,
you're
though?
not.
I can prove it.
Tell me you're not seeing that at the
My mom
Ross
was
on the
definitely
Ross
in Korea.
rack though.
Whoa.
It's okay, bro.
Whoa, where'd you get
Wait.
this shirt from? The Sacramento King shirt.
It's a good one.
Play skate.
It's a skate shop.
What skate shop?
Local.
Never heard of it.
Shout out to PLA.
Anyway,
Actually looks vintage. It's fire.
speaking of you stupid,
Right on point.
Also, shout out
Way
to-
to segue to
Shout out
it.
to Six's mom too. I didn't mean no disrespect, man.
nah, she watching this. She on your ass. Brittany Griner checked an interviewer for calling her a new mom, saying that she is a pops. I think more of the you
I'm about to
stupid
get
is who's
canceled.
stupid.
Yeah,
The
I know, me
interviewer,
I'm about to get canceled.
News like a bitch.
pre-canceled. The
Go back to
interviewer,
Jerp.
Brittany Griner, yeah, she was very adamant about it too. It was like it was a thought beforehand where she goes like, you know, you're about to be a new mom, and Brittany Griner's like, pops, like, ain't you know I was a pops nigga?
She's standing
like,
on it. There's nothing
wanna be a
feminine
nigga
about
so
her
bad.
anymore.
No, but
titties
that
and
doesn't
a
mean that
coochie.
doesn't change your fucking. No, I'm not even.
Man,
gonna-
you
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro,
I don't even know if
that
I
is
want this one.
crazy. Like
Is she holding the baby?
she
the
can.
baby's not. The baby's wasn't in the video.
look,
no.
look.
She can be the father figure out of their relationship, but she's not a dad.
You're not my dad.
I think by saying pops is more of a safe way of saying dad because she
That's what I'm
knows
saying,
she's
like,
not a
it's-
dad. So to say like, no, I'm pops is
Out
not
of the two, she's the more father figurely type.
right. So by her
vibe.
saying pops, she didn't say no, I'm the dad. You know, put some
Yeah.
respect on it. She said I'm the pops.
We gotta be real
And
here,
look,
though.
how much are we gonna respect Brittany Griner saying, I'm the mom with a voice deeper than mine?
But this is also Brittany Griner just in the line of just saying outlandish shit because Brittany Griner been saying she could beat DeMarcus Cousins in a fucking game. But I gotta act happy and say
Respect
that I gotta hear a kid say my pops is in the WNBA. Like, bruh, let's be real here.
I mean, when
I
you-
think it was just a way to her, like, to correct the interviewer in terms of like just
She
letting know
identifies
that
as
her
a-
Parental
dynamic.
pronouns.
So my
Yeah.
thing is, okay,
That's it. She's not saying she's a man, but her parental pronoun, she's the
You're not
pops.
saying you're a man, but you're a pops.
That's the parental pronoun.
What the
That's
fuck is a parental pronoun?
You know what a pronoun is? They
the what
them.
describes it. So school them.
now,
Come on,
now
Kev,
we have
school 'em.
subsections of pronouns.
Facts.
Think about it.
Oh, it's about to get real sticky in the next 2 years. This is complicated, nigga.
Bro, think about it. Think about it. If somebody knows that to the public eye they're not identified as a man or don't want to be, I don't need you to respect me as a man when I walk through the normal life. But in my relationship, in my household, in my parental role, my pronoun is the pops.
Is the father.
Yeah, that's my pronoun. So when I'm walking
As a
with my
woman.
wife, you can. She's saying it's comfortable to address me as the father, the pops. Call me pops. Call me dad. Ha
Because
ha
it
ha.
does get sticky.
your
It's
ass,
like
Brittany.
honestly, when you see like a stud type situation in her, you know,
That's respectful to
whatever
say it
is,
like that.
and you're like,
You don't call her a girl.
you're already kind of assuming like, okay, this
I
is
got
the
stud
nigga of
homegirls
the
who is
two.
for sure girls still.
And did she get really?
She's saying she's a man now.
No,
and that's what I'm
She
trying to
was
make
just
clear,
saying that in
right?
the interview, they're saying congratulations, you know, on being
You're
a,
you're
on
expecting
being a
mother.
mom, and she was
Yeah.
like, nah, pops.
But she going by like I'm transitioning.
No, there was
she's
none of that
She's still
said.
in WNBA. She's still staying a woman, but her aura is a man. She looks low key like a man.
Sounds like
She
one.
sounds like one. She's
Tall
built
enough
like
to be
one.
one.
She don't got no
That's a
titties or she cut them off. You know what I'm saying? She not built like a woman. She looked like a nigga out there. So at this point, it would be offensive to me, if in her eyes, to address me as something such feminine when I have my partner who is the mom. So I'm not gonna say, oh, we're double moms, and I sound like this. Yeah, maybe I'm a happy mom.
So with that,
she's playing into what she identifies as to the public eye. She don't have to say her pronoun is he, that, him, whatever it is. She identifies, and to the public eye, people look at her as the masculine person in this relationship.
So with Brittany Griner calling themselves a pops now, what pronouns would you use to address Brittany Griner?
She's still Brittany. I'm gonna say she.
So she's still a she, but she a pop.
In that environment, if I'm addressing her in that environment, I have to respect
pops.
that she's pops in her relationship.
And it's like, did she get really offended? She did. It seems like it wasn't like outrage.
She laughed it. She was like a laughing.
I'm just like, yeah. I don't think it was that serious.
Yeah, she's playing it.
Somebody makes that mistake again.
Hey, I'm looking at it like, if she could beat me up, I'm calling you whatever you want. Pops,
That's crazy.
now, Papa, Daddy, Dad.
Now, if you look at it a little bit deeper, you look at it like, does this have an impact on the child going forward? You know, it can be something that could be detrimental or confusing to them. But I think we live in an age where upbringing is what you're taught, you know, and what you see as you're being raised. So it becomes the norm. Is that people had an uproar because they think it's going to have an effect on the child. She's already identifying as pops. Does this sway how their household is handled? Because now this is the dynamic that your child has to see growing up in a world that's pretty much not normal.
The whole world's lines are already blurred, so I don't think that's really even making shit any more complicated.
Her being called pops is not really gonna be the defining factor.
She's gonna want her kid to call her dad
to the child at all.
Like I think
unless she's calling her dad.
You're saying the kid's already fucked.
Not fucked, but the kid is definitely gonna have to go through a different way of life compared to the regular kids at school. Calling your mom pops is just gonna be one of those things that just comes with that territory of her. She's already grown up with two moms. Like, no matter what you call them, that's already gonna be like
something to explain.
But their kid may not even know that. This is crazy. Their kid may come out and not even know that Brittany is a female. Up until they can really identify gender, and because they're not going to be naked around their child for the most part. So for the first 6-7 years, their kid may think she's a man,
and that's probably fair to say. But I also think, like, once the kid is old enough to see how other kids' families' dynamics are and stuff like that, typically you go in public school or school, you get to see that. That's when the questions are going to be started.
Kids are naturally
when you get a little bit older.
Yeah. That's when it's going to start setting in on just like, oh yeah, damn,
my mom is.
Your pop doesn't look like my pop because my
pop doesn't have a dick.
My pop doesn't play the WNBA gold medalist. Damn. That's crazy.
Damn, yeah, but well, congrats to her though. She's
no, yeah. Either way it goes, we gotta respect it.
She's in her kid's life.
She or he is becoming a father.
As a black father, you gotta stay in your kid's life.
Oh, she's got a lot of pressure on herself now.
Would she celebrate Father's Day or Mother's Day?
Man, we
Father's Day. For sure taking Father's Day.
Papa's Day.
And she hoop. Like, come on, man. I'm masculine as fuck.
But what are you gonna get her for Father's Day is the question.
A dick.
A sports
basketball.
Oh shit. Our last you stupid topic. U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle has officially resigned. Me and Kelvin were listening to this hearing earlier today. It's funny as fuck because like she kind of just got like her ass whooped through resignation.
She was the goofy one that couldn't really do nothing in the video.
Yeah, she was kind of just all over the place. So I forgot the senator's name. But she was like, before we start, I'd like you to only answer these questions with yes or no. Can you do that? And she agreed. She goes, yes. And she begins.
That was the first trap.
First mistake goes, could you agree that your job was a failure? And she goes, yeah. And she tries to like argue her way out. She's like, no. I only need yes or no's. Then goes, could you agree that this could have been prevented? She still tries to argue. She's like, no, there's no argument. You said yes or no. So she's like yesing her way through. You're a failure. This could have been prevented. This is all your fault. You guys haven't been fully honest with what went on in this situation, and pretty much was like resigned in the most disrespectful and like dishonorable way.
But is it also her accepting responsibility in a way of humility? because you're in such a serious accusation, or you put up such a horrible performance at such a detrimental time.
Yeah.
Is you accepting responsibility in that interview the right thing to do? She could have beat around the bush, said, no, it wasn't my fault. No, it wasn't this. No, it wasn't that. And then stayed in her position.
That would have looked kind of crazier.
Right,
like,
but also, I mean, with Secret Service is non-political security, right? They don't have political affiliation. They're not allowed to be a part of. Right, so they say.
Because they're blaming the Democrats and Joe Biden for not having him set up correctly. So
Right.
that's a catchy thing. It's a tricky thing.
So I read up really, really deep on this assassination shit afterwards. They were already notified by the local police that they wouldn't have enough security. This is days before the actual event, that they wouldn't have enough security outside of Secret Service to protect all surrounding areas. And they still pushed forward and went with this rally. So that's, for me, less of Secret Service and more of Trump's internal team on maybe we shouldn't do this area, maybe we shouldn't do this venue because there's these security worries.
Or we've all been lied to and it was all a plan.
What is it like? And I've heard this a lot. It's staged, it's a play, it's a this, that, and the other. How do you stage? Like, I get it.
No, I don't think the stage. I think the preparation or the reaction is what could have been staged. I'm not saying that there wasn't gunshots went off or shot towards him, because clearly somebody behind him got hit, somebody else got hit, somebody died, whatever the case is. So I'm not denying that actual bullets went off. But the response and the preparation, did somebody on his team know that there was a threat and they didn't care? Was there somebody that was it set up by the alternative party? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying,
then they didn't get the heads up. Or even the reaction. Was the reactions kind of sketch? Like, you know, I think more than that. I think the event occurred. But to what your question is, there's so much that can be swayed and there's so many opinions out right now. It's so hard to say that even what you're saying is true, because did everything occur the way it occurred? You know what I mean? It just makes it hard for me to give a take on that, because it's like, I don't know really what to believe anymore. You know what I'm saying? To even say that by her resigning was the right choice. Did she drop the ball? Or is this all part of the play too? Like, to put the responsibility on somebody, she's the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Or there was checks cut involved in all this. I'm 100% sure.
I heard you're a theorist.
100%.
Could you not tell?
No, yeah, I think just to segue, because that could be a conspiracy. I think conspiracies are labeled as such because the unknown is scary. And when it seems too far-fetched, people can't reason with it. And it's like, if I can't make that make sense in my head, that's a conspiracy. I shouldn't believe it. But that's just your way of understanding. If you can make reason and compile facts and evidence, conspiracies don't become conspiracies. They become hidden things. And that's why I think, to me, being labeled a conspiracy is a dope thing, because it's like, that means I'm smart. Because I've been able to dissect shit that you see on the surface and dig deeper and compile my own opinion and my own things and give you a logical answer instead of being fed something. So I think conspiracy is somebody who hears the news and sees what everybody else sees, but sees the back end and then tries to find out the middle ground. And that's what
sometimes conspiracies are very illogical.
Some are wild.
Still, yeah,
rabbit holes.
Neil deGrasse Stetson.
They're scary though, but it's true. And once you find out, you're obsessed.
So where do you think Secret Service draws this whole incident being a failure? Are we saying just him getting a shot off, or are we giving some leniency into saying because someone died? Because you know what I'm saying? Because say he got those shots off, no one dies, there's no casualties.
But now they're saying,
no, that's still a fail. Honestly,
because the nigga was able to get in the vicinity
and actually
get
get shot
off.
I think shooting that first shot is automatic failure on Secret Service's part. They never should have gotten that far.
Failed.
Have you guys ever seen the streets, like when a president is like in the area? Like
everything's blocked off.
I think we were doing the San Francisco show, and Biden was in the area at the time. Like, streets was blocked the fuck off. You couldn't go down here. You couldn't go up that street. Like, it was extremely intense. So, yeah, in a small town like that, you think, okay, top line security, Secret Service, as well as police, you shouldn't be able to get within a 50-mile radius without proper. Right, but he's also not active president. But
so it's up to his Secret Service and the security and the local legislation to secure the area. That's why I think the conspiracy gets deep, because they're saying that it was multiple shooters and that the shooter now didn't even come from that building over there. They were on the water tower. So it's like, was that person set up? Or were they allowed? Bro, just you gotta you gotta really look, bro.
That's just niggas on Twitter.
gonna get
That's
flagged.
No, it's not. It's not just niggas on Twitter.
Source,
Just
trust me, bro.
No, 6. It's not just people saying. It's what I argue with my dad about. It's not just people blindly saying things and posting a tweet and I believe it. If people are posting video evidence and photos and other people in verified news sources that are reporting these things and providing factual evidence that you can see they're showing video footage of somebody on top of the water tower. That's further away. It wasn't even the person on the thing. So was the person on the building the one they sacrificed because it was really set up by somebody that was on the water tower? That's all I'm saying, bro. It's like there's so much stuff you can go down. It's dangerous. It's a rabbit hole. But just compile your facts based off everything you see instead of like headlines.
I think the only facts on this so far is really, really undeniable facts that it was a tragedy and people died. All the other shit to me, conspiracy. It's a tragedy. Lives were lost. Another nigga almost died. And that's fucked up at the end of the day. Everything else, another nigga on the water tower and all that shit, like... Niggas,
but I was saying that to the point of you saying, was the Secret Service agent ladies in the right for doing that? It's like, did she know? Is she resigning because she knows something she shouldn't? Is she resigning because she could have prevented it? You know what I'm saying? That's why I was bringing the conspiracy fact into your original question about her resigning. We can't even tell if she did the right thing in that interview by accepting responsibility because we don't even know how much responsibility she had in the role. All she was doing was holstering her gun and like trying to guard the car. Right?
But I think
at the end of the day,
it's one of those things where it's just like just based on your position and stature. It's like
You have to.
yeah, you have to take responsibility for it. It's like regardless if it was directly because of you, whatever the case may be, it's like, you know, you're at the top right now. It's like it's the same way like with NBA teams and shit like that. It's like, bro, this NBA team fell apart. It's like it's not the coach's fault half the time, but it's like
The coach got to take that
gotta go.
responsibility.
Yeah, it's like
You're supposed to have us in line and ready for shit like this, and it looks sloppy.
Right.
You look embarrassed.
you
it's
might
like-
know this. Didn't Fauci step down after COVID?
Fauci is the most corrupt, sick individual y'all might ever meet.
Yeah, politicians, that's the game. All them niggas is...
Fauci is one of the sickest individuals you will ever meet. Do some research on Fauci.
Okay, so look,
Everything he said, he lied about. Everything he did, everything he did, he was paid
Stirring
for.
shit.
That whole 6 feet shit during COVID, cap. All his research, cap. Vaccine, cap. Research Fauci. He's a criminal and he deserves to rot under any fucking Guantanamo Bay. He's horrible.
all right,
So you like Tupac, you hate Fauci.
Fauci has murdered millions of citizens.
I love that.
you
shit.
guys were talking about head coaches getting the blame and the head of Secret Service getting the blame. I heard that the shooter didn't take out. I mean, the sniper, the Secret Service sniper, didn't take out the threat first because he was waiting on an okay. But then she said, or someone said, that there isn't even an okay. Like, you're supposed to make that call. So you think this head of Secret Service still is supposed to take the blame if their player didn't take that shot, or you know what I'm saying?
You put that player in the game.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
But
think.
I'm
I don't think-
saying who-
I don't know if it's right, but I think it's just from like
Just the name of the game.
Yeah, from like a public perspective, it's like somebody has to be held accountable. If it's not clear who to hold accountable, we hold the person at the top accountable.
Yeah.
So do you think the Secret Service sniper resigns too, or is he still on board after that?
I suppose he said I was all. That's what I'm saying. There's so many rumors that he was fired or whatever the case may be. But again, all this can come down to one phone call or one check being cut that we have no idea.
Who knows?
We got to get a
it's cold
conspiracy
out.
pod with Stet going.
Man, I would love to. I actually want to sit down with Rios. I think Rios, I had told him I would love to sit down with him too because he has kind of the same type of mind. Anybody else who has those kind of minds and conspiracies, pull up to the Fair to Say table.
No sheep allowed.
I would love, yeah, you got to be the black sheep. Black sheep conversation right there only, because that again is a lot of traction. So
Who's a person that hasn't been on Fair to Say that you're, looking to get on?
I'm waiting for some Ace Boy family. Like, damn, punter,
I thought you were gonna say some A-list, some A-list talent.
I'm waiting for some Ace Boys.
big dogs.
I'm waiting for some Ace Boys to
Set me
see.
out of focus.
Yeah, I don't know, pun, you holding up, man. You came. Let your compadres come. I would love to have a Rios, Manny, or Trey.
Have you reached out?
I reached out to Rios and Manny, and they pretty much said however we can schedule it. But Trey has not responded to my DM, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But everybody,
my nigga
I just think it's one of them things when we weren't initially friends. So like, my message went like in that
To the
request, and he
It's in
just
the gulag.
I know it ain't nothing personal. I see him in person, it's always love. But yeah, I want them to pull up for sure. But yeah, I love it, man. Shout out to Jack for sure. Shout out to Six for orchestrating a lot of this table movement.
How do you feel about this whole show? And it's been, you know what, you guys are what, 11 episodes?
Lucky 11, y'all. I feel it's amazing. I feel like it's being run well. I feel like the combination between me and Illa as pretty much being set is a great combo, and the rotating seats is great because it allows us to sit down and talk with people or sit at a table with people that normally don't pod with under the umbrella. So it gives all the fans a different take. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to see the same group every time. Now you got, you know, Mark Nasty can pull him over here, then we can bring Smack, and then we can bring Barbie, and it's like people you've never seen on camera together can sit here and have dialogue that's deeper than just news. You know what I'm saying?
Are you reading the comments? Do you read the comments?
Oh yeah, for sure. I engage too. I don't know if that's deemed corny, but I don't like engage with any hate topics or any hate like that. But I like to engage and let people know I'm present in the chat when the shows premiere. I like to some comments. I show love back too. I don't engage in anything hateful at all. So, but I've changed that. Yeah, I changed that. Shout out to Jack. You know, I changed that. I didn't really respond to the bullshit. But yeah, I watch. I just want to make sure everybody's enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Especially as kind of leading the show. You know, with Illa, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing and taking feedback, you know, the right way. What y'all think about it?
I fuck with it. I always like this type of format. I think this is like a little timeless
Setup.
pod setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
good.
I like it too because it's not really like, there's a little bit more structure. I kind of like having some structure in a pod.
Yeah,
you know,
some balance.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more AC, and we'll be good.
Yeah. Shout out to shout out to Jack and Six because they're the ones really behind the scenes. I be out the loop a lot, and they're handling a lot, all the scheduling, all the filming, and all that. I've been doing some of the graphic editing, so all the things that pop up on the screen and the thumbnails and stuff, I'm contributing there. So I think it's great, man. I think we forming a good unit, and the show's going well. So let us know what y'all think in those comments. Is it fair to say on Twitter? Is it fair to say on Instagram? FIGGMUNITY clips on YouTube. A lot of the clips are being posted. Shout out to everybody who is showing love, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate y'all, fellas. The TLC Destiny's Child trio, the three-way. They stay together. Hey, would y'all? But real quick before we go though, would y'all have came without Six?
For sure.
Yes.
Dang, so Six is the loyal one. He's like, I'm not doing it without everybody.
Well, so the thing is, I mean,
I've told them that though.
like we said earlier, I mean, he's a little bit more likable with us.
He's more received.
The OG narrative.
But yeah, man, next time I think, Six definitely got to get your ass back over there so we could have a switcher.
You feel me?
You gonna bring your individual
Are you
camera?
guys gonna come back? Like,
yeah, now that we're friends of the show, right? So we can come back whenever.
No, they didn't say all that.
You know? Hey, and if anything, fuck it. You want to sit down? I'll go over there, get my angle right with the grass in the background. Yeah. I'll run this show.
You know what that reminds me of?
We can do it.
I don't know if there's any current.
Trev just keeps it on his camera.
We go back and watch like, god damn. I don't know if there's anything current that's done a pod like that, like how we're doing with, you know, the graphics popping up, the switcher cam to the moderator, but like it gives me like David Stern vibes. I think that was not David Stern. Howard Stern. Howard Stern vibes where back in the day, like it was the host, but she had like her own little cubicle, and the camera would cut to her.
Y'all just need a Beetle.
The other dude.
You know, was that his name, Beetle?
The little goofy crazy one.
Little fucking wild.
Yeah, that shows my age again. But no, yeah, appreciate y'all pulling up. Welcome anytime. This is Fair to Say episode 11. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, run the likes up. Let's go.
To the next one. Yeah, run the likes up, man. Shout out to everybody doing that. Appreciate y'all.